Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this evening's episode of Tabletop Role-Playing Theater, where a gathering of actors, nerds, and tabletop gamers come together to play a variety of tabletop games. I feel like I've been saying tabletop a lot in this tabletop-oriented tabletop game.
Tabletop.
Tabletop.
This one is Dungeons and Dragons.
Weird.
You are being witnessed to the finale of the Red Hand of Doom campaign. The Land of Dark Dreams has been going on for, what is this, episode 29 now we're going on? That's not too bad.
30.
Yes, episode 29.
Episode 29, we're doing all right. If you are joining us live, welcome. If you're joining us from the future on YouTube, welcome. Today is a little exciting. We do have a couple of announcements we're going to get through, including a giveaway. Before we get to that, Land of Dark Dreams is going to be taking a 2-week break for the next couple of, at least for a little bit, so between seasons. In part because the DM has a lot of stuff to write, and coronavirus is causing issues with Roll20 and other internet providers. Everything get kind of laggy, so we're going to let everything settle before we resume our games. But we've also got a great giveaway with the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Take it away, God. Tell us how that's working. God? No? God?
God, come.
Oh, God abandoned us.
Story of my life.
There's no God.
We'll give God a little bit, but for the meantime, as far as I understand, we got enough people. I don't know, God, why can't you? We managed to get enough subscribers, and we're going to be doing a giveaway after the break. I think we're announcing it.
There it is.
There it is. God got it. God
Found him.
put the clapper on, God.
Yes, I found it. Something had happened. Well, that's right, Beth. We are doing that giveaway today. Just as you said, the Adventurer's Guide to Wildemount. At the break, we'll be drawing from our list of entrants. And, yeah, we are at 23 subs. We were at 24, but those damn Twitch subs drop off. And apparently one of them has dropped off between yesterday and today. So if you're on and you haven't renewed your sub, you might do that. We might be able to squeeze in one extra book. But right now, we're going to be giving away the Adventurer's Guide to Wildemount at the beginning of the break here in just a little while. Back to you, Beth.
Outstanding. Stick around today, folks. This is the end of the Red Hand of Doom campaign. The end of the second chapter before they finally move on into the next chapter. See you soon.
Into the mines.
And welcome back. So, where last we left off, a great battle was taking place deep inside the Wyvern's Gaze Mountains, where Mist Fortune, our adventuring heroes, have been fighting tooth and nail to claw their way through the Fane of Imdrimroth, the home of a scaled tyrant named Azar Kul. Fighting across his own father, a blue dragon named Tirgaroon, they infiltrated through a secret entrance and encountered Ruby along the way. You fought your way through a horde of hobgoblins, infiltrating even further past another slew of undead wyverns, and then live wyverns as you descended further into the fane itself. Finally, however, towards the end, you all ascended the final steps into the wellspring chamber itself, where, in a climactic battle that went to and fro, with dominate persons being tossed about and arcane spells being chucked around and people shooting each other on accident and deliberately. In the end, however, Azar Cool fell beneath your might and magic. The rift in the sky still seemed apparent, and towards its end, Azar Cool seemed to announce the awakening of the Silent Dark, declaring that a stage worthy of them had been set. And though those words didn't seem to strike really apparent, as the battle ended, Ruby stepped forward, seemed to be talking to herself before she smiled whimsically at all of you, dropped something in Reynard's pocket, and touched the diadem on her forehead. Her figure then shifted and transformed into none other than the creator of all the Warforged, Celia. She prompted you all to flee as fast as you possibly can, saying that Silent Dark was coming, and she will hold them off as best as she can. As you all went to the elevator and it starts to descend, what would you all like to do?
23, turn off your elevator music.
I don't get it. How do you even have that?
Cerulean is doing. I'm gonna say that Tempest didn't break off the fucking arrow because he wouldn't have let him.
Oh, I did. I was like, hold still for a second. You keep squirming.
No, stop! You need to push it through. You need to push it
No,
through.
I
so you
know
can-
how to deal with an arrow wound. I give him a lot.
He does.
Probably should make a little bit less noise in case someone's either following us or down there.
Well, my other noise that we are making is going to matter. The elevator is quite loud.
Is the
Yeah,
elevator quite loud?
it's not exactly quiet, and Celia just kind of gives you the eyebrow before she looks back up and raises her hand up towards the rift, sparks of magic igniting from her hand as she fades from sight, and you all descend down the elevator. It takes about a minute entirely before it descends and lands at the bottom.
Can I make a medicine check to actually see if I know what I'm doing with the arrow wound?
Go for it.
Cerulean, before he puts back on his other glove, he sees what he's about to do and then bites down.
And I'm just like, guide me in this, and I'll add guidance to this very random thing I'm doing. Guidance.
Oh, this is going on. Renard's leaving.
22.
He's not waiting around.
23.
Yeah. A very worried
Yes.
Core watches Celia as the elevator goes down, but then she, still holding the wellspring in her hands, turns and follows.
Well, I
her.
assume we're doing this while we're going down, not like when we're at the very
Oh,
bottom.
yeah.
Are you all running out or walking?
We
I
should
believe
run.
the pace should be expedited, yes.
Yeah, we should run.
Fast
As
walk.
you start scattering, you get about 30 seconds down the hallway to where you ended up in the actual room where you fought the green spawn. And
Renard will drop the wall of web, assuming it's still intact.
You hear a rumble from above you, kind of shattering some cracks of stone, and you can see dust motes falling as something large explodes on the top end. Keeping pace, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw from that rumble.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Hey, that's good.
15, not bad.
I don't know why 23 hit. Oh, yeah, danger sense.
Hell yeah, barbarian.
It says you're all running. Renard's the one who catches a little bit of a rock and stumbles, kind of crashes ass over tea kettle for a minute before landing on his side with a Gah! Not taking much damage, just more pride to your ego, but it does slow you down a little bit as you're lagging in the back behind everybody else.
I'll kind of help him up and be like,
Don't
"Come on,
stop!
come on. I'm helping you, go!
I will smack him away.
Fine! Last time I try to help and I just run off.
Okay. Picking up the pace, you all make it around the longer corridor that leads into the sanctum of Imjamroth itself, where another more ear-shattering roar cracks from behind. You can actually see flames lick up from above as some of the cave starts to literally buckle from something that exploded higher up.
We forgot the prisoners.
It was a white devil or something. It's fine.
Running further ahead, you can actually see as you ascend up the stairs, a few of the black Abishai seem to be looking around confused before they look at you and see you all running, and they start running too, away
good, no
from
fighting.
you.
Oh.
And as you all are running down the long hallway, almost behind them, they seem to cast darkness on themselves, or at least seem to vanish into sight as they go around corners, vanishing from place to place. As you emerge to the final chamber towards the main front door are you guys going to go through the secret entrance, or are you going to go down to the front door?
Probably the front, because if the secret entrance was so tightly packed, if it crumbles, we're dead.
Makes
Right.
sense. It's
Yeah.
more of a straight shot. Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, let's just take the trade shot. We gotta get going.
Running forward, you can see two of the Abishai ahead of you, but as they're running, you watch as a couple of them, like almost like they're lifted up in midair and breaking apart like glass. They get sucked up behind you and through the ceiling and vanishing from sight. Some sort of, I guess, banished back to their material plane, or whatever was conjuring, holding them, the magic that kept them on the material plane is no longer valuable or present. Eventually, however, rushing forward, you can see the large set of stone double doors that you saw on the other side with a single latch on the front. It is closed.
I break it the fuck open.
I was like, if we're running twice, we get that.
Just this precedent, because I realized I didn't say it. I left Tamar behind at the temple. The second that we were starting to leave, I would have desummoned them.
Okay.
Just so they weren't in any danger.
Not that I
Right.
can do much, but I'm gonna help 23 just shoulder charge the door.
23, make
Yeah.
it with make a strength check with advantage.
Can I was gonna run around. I can reach. All right. Strength check with it. Oh, not saving throw. Strength check. Strength.
Just
Okay.
straight.
Hey,
Yes. As you slam the door down, both of the doors crack on the inside, and both of the doors split open. The 5 dragon heads that are facing away from you, each of them eject a varying form of death. And you find yourself kind of glad that you weren't standing on the opposite side of that as the door is busted open. As fire, lightning, gas, acid, and cold all get ejected forward. Yeah. Rushing past that, you can look up and you can see the entire top of the mountain as you all look over your shoulders, where the dragon seems to be looming, is rumbling again as something, and there's a great crack as one of the heads starts to fall and tumble. I need everybody to once again make a dexterity saving throw as you get on your way out.
Oh no.
uh-oh.
I'm in danger.
Well, I'll just look up like
I'm in danger.
it's more like a weird in danger.
As you all are, as the rock and rubble starts to pelt down, Roman, Core, and Cerulean both take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as rocks start falling down and landing on top of your heads. Running further past down the hill where you came from, you start to descend your way through the mountainside, where a couple more minutes actually pass before I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, I'm good at those, theoretically.
Oh, look at all those 20s.
Wow.
Oh,
And there-
Roman.
There it
You
is.
dropped the ball.
I used to be good at Constitution.
It's his weak heart.
Yeah.
Roman, as you're running somewhere, I guess you're in the kind of the middle of the pack, you catch the glance to look over your shoulder up towards the top of the peak is where you can only guess about where the wellspring chamber might have been. And for the briefest of moments, you see a white light so brilliantly brilliant, so bright that it blinds you. And then as that happens, the rest of you see the shockwave kind of wash off of it. Then there is a crashing roar upon which deafens Roman. He's blind and deafened as the entire mountainside vanishes in a brilliant shot of white light, erasing completely from existence, with sending rocks and boulders flying in all directions. As that happens, another surge of light shoots upward towards the crack in the divine gate itself, and you see it start to seal and collapse in.
Shit, I can't see anything. And my mop.
I just
I was
take
really
his
hoping you were going to give the
mop,
Mop.
Mop.
Come
I
on,
just I just take his arm and I lead him.
Come on, Helen Keller. Let's keep moving.
Just whoever is the who is that?
Thought you couldn't hear me.
2023 is flipping the birds to the portal.
Just
Renard is just kind of staring at the mountain as they fall back, and he just kind of mentions haphazardly, with a bit of annoyance, "We didn't take any of the treasure."
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, it was on the secret passage.
Guys, we forgot the treasure.
It's a little late now. It's a little late now.
I think our
Can we
lives
go
are far
back
more
for
important
it?
Nope. You can't see this, Roman, but it's all gone.
Oh,
I can't
no.
see what's going on. Can we go back for it?
No, there's nothing left. You can.
We've already got the greatest treasure right here, and Cor will volley the ball around and run.
Oh, I thought you were about to say friendship, but that's also good.
All right. As you start descending down the mountain, the rubble starts to subside. And as you can look back, there is now a massive, almost volcanic-like crater where the fane of Imdrumroth used to be. Whatever detonated in there was so profound that it more or less erased the top half of the mountain. There is nothing left. Where are you all running to at this point?
So blind and deafened at this point.
let's just get to the base of the mountain and then we go from there, I think.
Okay. Unfortunately, Roman, your blindness and deafness seems to be sticking for a while. And even though you start being able to see, there are spots brilliant in your eyes. I got that case of looked into the sun for too long. Your hearing does return after a couple minutes, but it's got that serious tinnitus ring for a while. All right. As you all spend the next hour or so, more or less running down the mountain, you finally get to the bottom, exhausted from running at a near sprint for as long as you have, beaten and worn from the battle, but you stand at the base of the path that led you up to the fane of Imdrumroth. Not terribly far from Wrathkeep, about a couple hours walk.
Are we done running? Are we done?
Are we at the bottom?
Yeah, we're at the bottom. I was leading you. You okay?
You can see by now.
I can see some stuff. The blue people are easy to notice.
Just stick close to me. Just stick close to me for now, and once you're back, I'll just keep an eye on you just to make sure.
Are we going to our house? I think that's a good plan.
It's probably the best plan, but if we want to head back to Crimson Witch, that's a long way away.
We have a house.
Well,
Yeah.
Wrathkeep,
Oh,
we
the
own
keep.
it.
Yeah, it's ours. We have the deed. Finders keepers.
Yes, but what about Cole's airship? Wouldn't that be a good place to go now that we have a wellspring?
Well,
Airship would be the hardest place for anybody to find the wellspring. I don't think they go looking for it in the middle of the mountains. We certainly
Indeed.
didn't. Despite the fact that Kevin said several times that would be the smartest place to look for it.
You did say that.
How about
which is closer from us right now? Would it be the Dawnrunner or would it be Wrathkeep?
Wrathkeep. Yeah.
How late is... Drumroll, please.
Drumroll?
Sorry, what was I gonna say? How late is it? That's what I was gonna say.
Pretty late in the day. Yeah, closer to evening. Yeah, God's going, sorry! Drumroll.
Maybe we want to sleep at Wrathkeep, get our strength back, and then head back to the Dawnrunner.
We are quite in bad straits, let's put it that way.
Yes.
How far is the Wrathkeep from here?
It'll take you the rest of the day into the evening.
Couple of hours.
Maybe we should at least wait here for... No. If
Waiting here seems bad.
As long as Cole is fine to keep carrying the wellspring.
Not especially heavy, but yes, I can continue to do that.
If you'd like, there's something I could do to try and help with that, just as a precaution.
I think we may, if it's getting later in the day, we may want to just camp here.
Can we use your hut with the wellspring? Is that going to interfere with it?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
I mean, it messed up all the teleportation and communication in this area.
Well, to be fair, he was using it in a way where he was trying to break or crack the divine gates, and it's not being used for that anymore. So
yes, but
it's also not like it was sucking the spells up as we were casting around it.
Exactly.
True.
We are all rather beat up, and these woods while they are unlikely to have any hobgoblin armies marching around, we may run into remnants of their force running this way, as well as any of the denizens of the woods that just naturally roam.
So can we like put ourselves up against a cliff face or something and just look like a cliff?
Yeah. Is there? We might want to go for like a cave nearby.
Perception check for caves.
Nope. Survival.
Oh,
Ha-ha!
survival check for
I
caves.
shall search for a cave.
There are no caves.
I was
I
searching
start
for
walking
a cave.
into the woods.
I help you.
Tempest walks into the woods with me.
And I
Caves
don't
are
even
in
have that
trees.
guidance, so it's a 5.
Caves are in trees. Everyone knows that.
You know, if one of us had just aided the other one, look where we'd be. Probably a cave.
No, we're walking.
One of you was
completely
actually
different directions in
proficient.
the
Oh, wait,
woods.
no. I guess Tempest is proficient in survival.
There was
I'm
a case
efficient.
of you go that way and you go that way and slip run into a cave. As an hour passes in either direction, there are no caves.
While they're gone, I guess, can we get a short rest?
If you wanted.
Sure.
Not going
I
that
got
far.
my spell slots back. Who's the weakest looking one that I can see out of everyone here?
Who isn't?
Okay.
I'm actually
Nard
pretty
looks like
healthy.
he has not even got his clothes like shuffled.
I hate you a little bit.
I mean, you did with the wyverns, to be fair.
I got stabbed by the wyvern. I got my ass kicked by the wyverns, but that last fight, I don't know how I just avoided blink. I avoided all the damage because blink. That blink
How's Core
was
looking?
putting a work.
I was a good blink.
How's
Meanwhile,
Core
I-
looking?
Yes,
Do
you're
you
able to take a
ask
short
Core?
rest.
Yeah, I walk up and I said, how are you feeling?
I'm a little banged up, but I'll survive. Yes.
I assume it like there's like a bit of metal like just sort of peeling off or something like that. There's any sort of like opening in there. He like presses his hands in there, and since he has his spell back, he'll give you cure wounds.
Nice.
Oh, there
Maybe-
are no caves.
Oh my god, it's still here. 14. You heal 14.
Okay.
I searched every large tree I could find. None of them had caves in them.
Trees don't
Why
have
would you search for
caves.
Why am I searching trees for caves, Kevin?
Is that not where caves are?
No.
No.
You've been in caves before. You're aware they're in rock faces, right?
I just-
Inside the cliffs.
I just want to say you two going in opposite directions did sort of cost us an hour.
But you look much better.
I mean, I don't. Core does though.
Hey, some shinier now, but could be better.
Got a bit more of a magical glow to you, though.
Yes. Might
Because
just be
you
the
just don't-
wellspring.
We could use this time to get back to Rat Cave. May as well just camp here for the night.
There's at least a cliff over here. We don't necessarily have to, like, be in a cave, but you can...
We have a
Safe.
hut. Who cares?
Well, it still looks like a hut. At least we can put it next to a... I don't know.
Actually,
how
Kevin,
hard
it
it is
looks
to
like a
fight in
dome.
the middle of the night?
If as long as he has the hut up, they can't see us anyway. We'll be fine.
Just looks like a big, weird orb thing from the outside.
I think the word you're looking for is a dome.
Yes.
Is it a dome? I thought
Roman
it was
is correct.
I thought it was a hut.
Magic.
Can I make a medicine check on Tempest for a concussion?
Tempest did a lot of hurting, not getting hurt.
Maybe brain altering magic gives you concussions.
Maybe that's why I can't find a cave.
Yes, I'm sure that's the reason.
Thanks. It's definitely not my terrible rolling. I did great on the con saves and all that shit. That was fine. Anyway.
I will
let's-
put up a tiny hut.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'll take a moment to like focus. Do I feel the connection again?
You do.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'll whisper a quick prayer and see if it feels good again.
Make a religion check.
Oh no. I suck at those.
2.
Can I guide myself in my prayer?
No.
I didn't think so. I just thought it'd be funny to ask.
Just that deadpan no.
Yes.
I
I'm as
called
good as
it.
you
It is a
ever.
2.
The mental equivalent that you feel from Basilia is, good job not fucking it up.
Rather abrupt with me. Is that why you picked me?
I guess while
No response.
Will is not Will. I guess while Renard while Renard is making the dome, I'll say I'll be back, or I'll make sure to be back in time for it. I'm gonna step off to the side, that way I can sort of meditate for a little bit and commune with Erzani again, so that way to let her know that we succeeded in a way.
Make sure you're in the area of the hut.
The wellspring that you're holding, Core, does not
Mhm.
glow. It is inert.
Oh, it's hurt or something. Core is trying to fix it.
Are you trying to
Make
like
an
actively?
Make an Arcana check. You got wrench out.
No, I imagine it's more like just trying to focus energies into it. But
Yeah, make an Arcana check. If you're not
Okay.
proficient with it, add your proficiency because this is a specific. Actually, just yeah,
Roll
Arcana.
d20. Are you actually over there going like, "Is it hurts? What's up?"
so proficiency is +3.
Strained.
Strained. Okay.
It's strange.
In my knowledge, is there a way to fix this, or I guess putting spells into it?
It uses magic as fuel.
Yeah.
And the more you think about it and kind of realize what was going on, wellsprings by their nature act as magic catalysts for a large number of rituals.
Mhm.
But in order to do that, they need to consume magic as an energy source. And whatever Azarkul was doing to the ritual to empower the spell to crack the divine gate, he was using his priests of the doom hand to empower it. That's why he needed them so frequently,
Oh,
is
yeah,
because
and on
using the energy
shifts.
consumed it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Once the bubble's up and Core's still looking at that, Bernard will say, if you want, I could identify that for you to see if there's anything it might decipher about it.
Oh, sure. I've not heard of anything like that. You can give it a try. It seems to be drained. I don't know if it'll work anytime soon.
Is
How do
there
we
any
power this?
danger to it not being drained?
Danger, you say?
I mean, if it's drained, then it's not doing anything at the moment. It seems like this is the best situation to carry it in, but if it were to be refilled, would that potentially cause any issues to us?
I don't like. I've worked around this thing for many years, and it's never given me problems. So I don't think you're in any danger if it has fuel.
I've still got a spell left too. I could help.
Roman could try using the Wand of Wonder on it.
No.
It's not doing anything right now. It seems like the smartest idea is to leave it this way until we're in better shape to deal with any consequences that might arise from handling it.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
if you want to test, I don't exactly have a lot of magic. I could give it a weak little zap.
Let's before we get too crazy, I'd like for Renard to look at it. And then we can go from there.
Yes, I just...
Once the bubble's up and we're all set, I will identify as a ritual the wellspring.
Okay, he's doing that.
DM, is there a large tree nearby?
Several. You're in a forest.
I would like to climb the largest tree I can see if
Make an athletics check.
I can see anything coming down halfway from the mountain.
Are we just gonna hear a Warforged crashing out of a tree?
I hope not, but I'm really bad at athletics.
It's guidance. Nope, it's touch. Never mind.
Not bad.
It takes you like 3 hours. It's really tall and you're not very good at it.
I'll just look up like, Kevin, go for that branch, not that branch, the one next to your hand.
Well, I guess we figured out who's not going to be in the crow's nest. If we get.
I still got a little bit of anxiety from crow's nests.
Hey, Kevin, I could have just cast Spider Climb on you.
Do I see any things, people, monsters coming down the mountain?
Make a perception check. At disadvantage because it's night.
All the people you're going to listen to for climbing advice.
Womp
Why
womp.
Tempest?
Now that you can see.
Wait, what did I do about playing advice?
You're giving him climbing advice. We're not any better at climbing than he is.
I don't usually have to
You
climb, I
float
levitate.
everywhere.
I know, it's lovely.
I'm very good at climbing.
I'm not.
Yes, 23 would have been the best advice for that.
Don't you think you can just like grip the tree and it makes cracks?
Well, why don't you do that then?
I'm not that strong.
Oh, right. I forgot you're not that strong. Never mind.
I've never claimed to be strong, 23.
I know. I just want to be useful for something.
You're very useful.
23 starts doing push-ups.
I will
23,
try.
you can't... Go ahead.
I guess I'll try and climb out of the tree now.
23,
Right.
you can't gain muscle mass.
You don't know that.
You don't have muscle.
You don't know that.
As you start working to identify it, this is the effect.
It destroys you. Oh, it doesn't.
It turns on and everything in the 30-foot radius is vaporized. Well, shit.
Wow. Who wants to attune to the wellspring, guys?
It's cores.
You can't take. The one additional effect that Core probably ought to tell you guys: when it's active and has a magic in it, do not touch it.
Ah, so giving it a 1-level spell would have been bad.
I want to touch it.
What if it was a healing spell, though?
Would it have been
I
like
was thinking about
touching that
healing
little
word.
bead
Core
of time
has
travel?
specific knowledge on how to operate the wellspring. She is the most attuned for the event to know how it works mechanically as well as magically. If you have questions, simply ask.
Is touching it like touching that little bead that we found in the temple that shot me into a wall?
Much more effective than that.
So it'll make you go through the wall.
Now I want
You,
So you're
you
saying
get
it's a
Thanos.
really bad thing that Reynard had this thing basically sitting in front of him with his hands on it for like a full 10 minutes, channeling magic into it to identify this damn thing.
No, it's
Brand
more casting a spell over it, looking at it with a pearl.
I just like to imagine Bernard
You
doing
identify
that.
your way, I identify mine.
I like to imagine Bernard doing that, and then like right when he realized when I was like, ha!
Ron just spends 10 minutes licking the object, like,
It's not like testing a battery.
What is wrong with all of you? You're
Well,
doing
doesn't do
strange
lightning
things.
damage.
Yeah, right now I say, all right, I guess from what I can gather of this, we really shouldn't go putting any magic in it anytime soon, unless you want its core to literally sizzle herself out of existence.
I don't
Try to
want
carry
that.
it back to the Dawn Runner.
So what you're saying is we need to charge the thing, throw it at people we don't like, and have tell them to catch it.
No, are you insane?
That's a terrible idea.
I
But
like
if it-
this plan.
Gross representation of what this represents.
But if they catch it and then they sizzle, then we win.
But
Use
how
it as
are
a
you
cannon shot.
Roman is not technically wrong, although it would be a misuse of an artifact.
Core would pick this up and keep it away from the heathens.
I'm with her. You are all dreadful.
You don't want to
Hey.
talk.
Bernard will not entertain that train of logic just because any suggestions he may give may actually give them ideas about how to use this as a weapon, so he will keep his damn mouth shut.
Oh,
Kevin,
I have so
Smart.
many ideas about
You
how
got
to
any
use
of that like paper stuff so we can draw up catapult ideas?
Fuck.
Oh,
Roman, why would you want to use this as a weapon?
Maybe we shouldn't touch it though. If it's that strong, then if we even were to even just brush ourselves against it, we might just become evaporated. And
Cole, do you want? Cole, do you
I
want
will
me to
say-
shoot anyone? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
Cole, do you want me to shoot anyone who tries to put it in a catapult?
Yes, if you could.
Okay.
Look at Roman.
So-
like, so specifically, no catapults, Roman.
Ian.
So
Renard.
trebuchets.
Hey, guys.
Hold
Renard's
on.
trying to talk.
So now that he's identified it, with an Arcana check, could Renard safely assume that it's not being in contact with magic that charges it, but deliberately being charged with magic? Like,
Yes.
could we set this on like a magical force field that would not charge the wellspring?
Yes.
Like a
There's
floating
actually,
disc to carry it,
and
okay.
something Core can tell you, there's actually a material crafted specifically for housing a wellspring that is charged called kyrite.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
we know
familiar.
that shit.
yeah,
We've seen that in other campaigns.
And this one.
This one.
And this one.
We
I'm
went back
trying
in
to get
time.
to sleep. We're trying to take a long rest, yeah.
I really need a nap.
the quicker we sleep, the quicker we'll get to the Dawn Runner.
Oh,
Okay.
Good night.
I didn't realize we're going straight there. Is everyone asleep?
Everyone's good.
Reynard is actually going to stay up for the first watch for once.
Okay. I will say
Tempest-
that your watch will pass peacefully. The stars twinkle merrily overhead, despite the fact that there is almost an internal dust cloud rising from above the Wyvern's Gaze Mountains, whatever remains of them, whatever
Well,
spell is cast.
during the first watch, assuming that Reynard is the only one still awake, he'll kind of move away to the outside of the bubble where the others, are sleeping or, the Warforged aren't really paying attention, and he will reach into his pocket to see what Ruby put there.
It's a vial of blood.
He'll
It's
kind
so
of
full circle.
turn that over in his fingers for a second before he'll put that back away. He's just going to sigh and keep his watch out for the first 2 hours.
I'll take second watch.
Okay. The
It's
evening will
fast.
pass without event. You all are rested and awaking the next day to a light patter of rain.
All right, guys, it's been raining, so when the level comes down, be ready to get splashed with a lot of water.
Wind's
Adam.
umbrella.
We long rested?
You have.
Oh, thank God.
Yay! Right.
I was even out of hit die.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that does remind me. I need to roll for
I
my.
was full on hit die.
You need to roll for what?
I need to roll for my step fire.
Oh, yeah. Thought you said HP for a second. I was like, we didn't level up.
Hey, okay, so I've got it's one less. That's fine with me.
No, Tempest, you didn't level up.
But I almost killed Cerulean and almost Ruby.
It's that new Archer penalty experience penalty.
Damn.
I
Get
actually
nerf-
took his archer build to the next level with my gunslinger just to see if I could play with it, and I still didn't tune it up as high as I could have.
It's almost like you're a hypocrite.
I wanted to see how it would work.
Anyways. Well, I love a good storm. It's been a minute since we've had one besides that fake one that Cerulean made. It's not really fake, no offense. It was kind of just, magic and stuff.
Well, it was a snowstorm, to be fair. It wasn't a rainstorm.
Also a snowstorm. Correct.
And the snow is just not nearly as exciting.
I shall lead the charge.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Where are we going?
The Dawn Runner.
I shall walk at the front with 23.
We have a
no.
new day and we're freshly rested. I think if we could, we may as well push the Dawn Runner, assuming that there's no immediate reason we all need to visit Rath Keep.
I agree.
Or you all don't want to take a suicide climb back into the mountain to see if we can't find any of that treasure, which I doubt
No.
we're going to find.
No, it's gone.
That's gone.
Has everything cleared up?
Yeah, there's like a mushroom cloud up there.
Not anymore. It's just dust.
Yeah, we should stay away from Crimson Witch as long as we can, so that when we arrive back, they'll be like, "Oh my God, we thought you all were dead."
We could head back.
They probably already think that.
Why would we want them to think we're dead?
Why would
Also,
they
they'll
think
be more
that?
excited when they see us.
They know we succeeded. The crack in the sky is gone.
Oh, but we could be dead.
Is the crack in the sky gone?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, that was described.
We should just get there as quickly as possible because they're gonna want to see if we're okay.
But can't we use this thing to fly? That's what Cole was saying.
We need to ensure that Wellspring is somewhere safe first.
That's what I was gonna say. Is
In the sky.
last time we were at the Dawn Runner, it looked like crap. Is that thing gonna be able to fly even if we jam the power source into it?
No, the
Oh.
power source is drained. It's
So why are we going to the Dawn Runner then?
But
'Cause it's on top of a cliff, so it's not like I can sail it down the river.
Didn't we already say we can charge this thing with magic, though?
Right, but if the ship's all beat up, then
Right,
just
right,
because
right.
Tempest, think of the Dawn Runner as a boat. Now, if I blow many holes in the hull of the boat, it will
It's
not
gonna
fly.
sink in the air.
But there's no water for it to sink with.
But if the Dawn Runner is up on a cliff and we have no way to have it fly, where are we going to go then?
Well, my point is this. If we're going to repair it, are we going to repair it on top of a cliff? Can we not, stagger it over to Crimson Witch?
How do
we
you plan
can,
on doing
but
that?
I need to do a few initial repairs first.
Okay.
We buy supplies in town first. I remember that they were going to pay us for dealing with the whole hole in the sky thing, and we could buy some at least basic stuff to get it started.
I mean, yes, but that means carrying it back up a cliff to the ship.
It's either that or carrying it all the way back to Crimson Witch Tempest.
We can get a cart.
I kind of thought we could just hobble it all the way over to Crimson Witch. Okay.
Tempest, that ship likely weighs many tens of thousands of pounds.
No, I'm saying... So it can't fly at all. We can't even slowly.
Not yet. This needs to be recharged, first of all, and then probably some preliminary repairs before we can limp back to anywhere.
We're heading back that way. Just remind me, when we were at the library, did we see any of those Kyrite staves that they were using to move stuff when we came back?
23, you were saying something?
Yes, I have a suggestion. Possibly, if we need more money to repair the ship, we go back, we grab some of it with us. That's by back, I mean back to the place we just came from.
No.
Why not, first
It's
of
all
all?
gone.
Okay, we don't know that.
It
We don't know.
evaporated into thin air.
Did the entire mountain collapse?
The top half of it did. Literally erased.
And it looks like a volcanic eruption went through there now, doesn't it?
It does.
Is there actually
And-
lava like streaming down the mountain now?
No.
Okay.
It
And also
looked like
20
whatever that was from the Arcana point of view was a spell of some sort that erased the top half of a mountain.
And also 23, if things exploded, if the gold were to survive, it probably would have been jettisoned all over the place.
Possibly we also have a blue dragon that's over there that I really want.
I'm sorry we could not get the hole on 23.
Oh,
I know.
That's right.
And then also, I'm kind of interested to see what else happened.
I understand your point of view, 23, but at this point, I think keeping the wellspring safe is our first priority.
We could put it in the bag of holding.
We don't have a bag of holding!
No, we do. No, wait, no, we don't.
This is why I don't want to carry airship.
Raise of hands voting, sacrificing Kelvin to the wellspring. Everybody say aye.
We do because I switched out my enhanced defense for a bag of holding.
During the long rest?
I can switch my infusions on a long rest.
Okay,
The ones I have.
That he
So
just
you-
thought about.
So you didn't. So just to make sure, just so that way Connor doesn't die more than he is now. You didn't have it when we were trying to put the gold in there, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I currently have it as of taking a long rest.
Okay. I got really worried. It's like why didn't we put that in?
No, I currently have it as of taking a long rest. I did not have it last session.
You all wonder why I wanted to invest 4,000 gold into a bag of holding.
No,
I
we
think
don't
it's
wonder. No, we don't.
We know.
But so we do have the bag of holding, and I understand the need for it. But they were fleeing us. I don't think they're going to be. I mean, the Red Hats, they don't have a leader. So it's just slim pickings at that point, or we can just make them run away. I understand the wellspring, Renard. I truly do, but I am interested to gather intel that we still can.
Yes, and the bag does have quite a bit of space in it currently. I would be, if we're going to be needing money, I would be interested in seeing if that blue dragon corpse is still there and salvaging what we can from it.
If you want, I can just ask.
That'd be fair. I mean,
That way we can save ourselves a trip going up there for nothing.
could
I
you
like that idea.
could you ask if it is worth going back?
Yeah, I can ask that. That way it's just an overall sort of idea.
Maybe be more specific. Gods are fickle.
And by gather intel, I think we still have a very important thing we haven't really utilized a whole lot. Kevin can see what happened after we left.
Oh, that's right. He can look into the past.
That's what I mean by gather intel.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot more that we don't know, and I'd at least like to see what happened.
Really should utilize that more.
Well, not usually it's not the best idea, but we could also split up a bit here, get a couple things done. One team goes back to town to get some supplies to fix the ship with our money that we're owed.
Well,
and
Crimson
comes back
Ridge
with
is
a cart.
so far. We'd be separated for at least a
We could search Orchards River. It's not much farther away, and I know it's mostly been raised to the ground, but there may be something there.
That's
So-
true. Like if there's any loose boards or something.
But going back to my point, Cole, do you know what you need to fix the airship up with?
I have not seen it. Since we left, I didn't really take a good look.
So should we go? If we're going to repair it at all, we need to know what we need.
Beth, given that I have expertise in smiths, carpenters, and wood carvings tools, would I know what we need to fix the airship? At least from like a shipwright perspective, not from a magical perspective.
I think 3 of you can figure it out. So I understand Kevin, 23, and Core all have the proper requirements.
Put your heads together, guys.
Jaboy is actually proficient in Smith's tools. Fun facts.
Imagine you just said that out loud to Jaboy.
We have so many blacksmiths in the party.
I have
They're all
jeweler
robots.
tools.
Okay, where are we going?
If we know what we need to fix it, we can go back to Crimson Ridge.
I think we wanted to ask Cerulean's god first.
Ju-
If it was worth
just
going back.
For the sake of this argument, how far away is the Dawn Runner from the trek up to the mountain?
Half a day.
So we're not that far apart. Okay.
So close.
I feel like the best idea here is, yes, we can consult with Cerulean's patron, get a better idea of what we should be doing, and then regardless, we should use the Dawn Runner as a base of operations if we want to be searching a mountain.
I think we at least start with Cerulean and go from there. See what information we glean.
I will set out the incense, and for my offering,
Blood. The blood of the innocent.
nothing that severe.
None of us are innocent.
Something of 20 gold.
3 of you don't even have blood, really.
I can give you 20 gold.
It needs to be something for her.
How about a backpack?
That's something I don't think she'd like.
5 1 gold gems.
Oh, this would be good.
Playing Rust.
I'll offer my scroll of cure wounds.
Okay.
Wow.
She's a healer, and it's a magical item. Anyway,
You casting commune?
no, I don't have that yet. Divination.
Divination.
That's what I get next. That's what I'm excited for. I will ask if a trek back up the mountain where we sealed the crack in the sky would be worth us both, I guess, for the others financially, but for us with valuable intel that could aid us in the future.
I'm lagging. Hold on. I'm lagging. I'm lagging a little
No.
bit.
It's all good.
No.
Yeah, please. Internet, we good? We
I
back?
think so.
We're good.
I think so.
Sound-
I need you to repeat your question.
That's fine. I asked if us taking a trek back up the mountain where we sealed the crack in the sky would, for them, be financially good, and for everyone as a whole, be good for us for intel that is valuable to us in the future.
My internet is dying on me. Slightly.
Okay. Cerulean, sort of after the 10 minutes, takes a second, opens his eyes, and he'll say, slightly, she says, could be for either one.
Well, in that
I
case,
like Roman's idea then.
What, split up?
Yes.
I don't love the idea of being split up, especially after we just dealt with all those things.
We send the 4 of you back to Crimson Witch to pick up supplies and our reward. The 3 of us will go to the Dawn Runner and begin preliminary repairs.
Yeah, you can buy a bag of holding back there. Or
And not only that, if we get to Crimson Witch, we could just get teleported back and possibly
Can
get
we?
us. I mean,
you have to ask really nice.
I was going to say we kind of got here, but it wasn't an exact science.
no.
How does teleportation? Do I know how exactly teleportation works?
It's objects.
If we all went to the Dawn Runner and we collected an item that's from the Dawn Runner, next time they teleport us, we would get there.
Is that how that works?
As long as you have an object associated with it, yeah.
That could work then.
But that's assuming that she will give us another teleport. I would hope so. But
I mean, we did just save a crack in the sky and stop the silent dog from returning. So
right.
A teleport spell is the least we can ask for. All right, well, I guess we're going to head up to get an object then.
Yes.
Okay. You're returning to Crimson Witch?
Not first.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna swing by the Dawn Runner to get something.
So the 4 of you are going to the Dawn Runner, and the 3 Warforged are going back up the mountain, correct?
We're all going to the
no, Yeah, we're all going to the ship.
Yeah.
We can do the mountain a different time,
All right.
I guess, because it's not a concrete answer. So
It's kind of
Well,
meh.
it's just only a half a day away, so once you have base camp set up at the Dawn Runner, everything should be.
Right.
Plus, I think as long as the Warforged are on the Dawn Runner, that's the most important thing.
Mhm.
But whoever's going back to Crimson, go ahead.
But we're already at the base of the mountain. Why not have the mountain team go back up the mountain now? Because there's gonna be some lag time anyway with the two groups meeting up for the group that's going back to Crimson Witch and the group that's going up the mountain.
Whoever's going to Crimson Witch, like that's a much longer journey than.
Yeah.
okay,
So
how about this? So me and Kevin. So I'm just gonna say this out of person because it's very hard to do this in character in
Yeah.
this. So me and Kevin go to the mountain. We do his thing. I protect him, make sure he doesn't die. The rest of you bring your core to the ship, get kind of a damage estimate on what we're going to need to actually get this thing running, and then we meet you back at the Dawn Runner, and then we all head to Crimson Witch together.
I think some of you are staying to fix things.
We can figure that out after we get there. But that's
Yeah,
something
but
solid
I like
plan
that.
to start.
I like that plan.
Is
Yeah.
everyone in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure 2 of you are enough by yourself to the scary place that just blew up?
I can take a big beating.
Big
So.
beating.
Mimi
Uh,
big beating.
Jokes.
I think at the very least you should take Cerulean with you. He could keep you all alive just in case the worst case scenario happens.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
I don't mind.
Cerulean's okay with that.
Yeah, I don't mind tagging along.
That puts a little bit of healing in both groups.
Split the party. Nothing can possibly go wrong now, Beth says as she plans a secret encounter to murder us all.
I'm already making the battle map.
Oh no!
Scather too.
Here's the no, don't even say that. Here's the problem. Which group gets the battle?
It's Scather's brother, Dather.
Give me some credit, guys.
Or Dave.
Not Dave
Scather
His
Jr.
fan.
Stu. It's always Stu.
or Matthew. Frickin' Matthew.
Hey.
But no,
Rude.
My brother's name is Matthew. I'm making fun
Yeah,
of him.
so is someone who plays with us.
Yeah.
I'm
Michael.
making fun of my brother. Sorry.
but if you guys want me to tag along with you up the mountain, I've got no issue with that.
That would be most beneficial.
All right. Climbing your way back up the mountain does take you half the day with a light patter of rain following you obnoxiously the entire way, exception I think one of you who enjoys the rain.
Hell yeah.
And me.
And you
I don't
do
think you
arrive back at the Dawn Runner. Its nose still impaled right in the ground with a long crack of ground and scorched earth where it landed. The dome is still raised with the crack over the top of it, which looks like the wellspring was lifted out initially.
This is going to definitely take some work. It's worse than I remember.
And the front of the ship has like a twisted branch design, like 2 branches interwoven kind of thing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Here you guys go.
Thank you.
Oh.
Just pretend there's no weapons on it.
Load roll 20. Load. There it is.
Back with
When-
weapons.
When Roman kind of sees the front again, he's like he'll snap Inari out and kind of look at it. He's like,
Wonder where
Like
the
the-
inspiration came from. 23 is like, goodbye!
We said we gotta go. 3 of us are gonna go, so
Sterling, get out here. You're not here.
already making the trek up, letting them deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just leave my character.
It's like that one video of that dude like doing the peace sign, then he just fades out of existence. That's
Who's
just
not,
really.
23's not here, the Warforged aren't here?
Core's
Me,
here.
I'm not
23,
there.
Cerulean, and Kevin are all going back up to the Fane of Imjimroth.
Okay.
Oh no.
So those of you that are at the Dawn Runner, what are we doing?
I'm going to attempt to put the wellspring in place, do preliminary repairs, just to try and see if I can get this to a point where I can limp it anywhere.
Okay. Make your Tinker's Tools check with your proficiency, I believe. Yeah, make a Tinker's Tools check.
I
would guide you, but this is not that thing.
Intelligence? Or just don't bother?
Yeah, intelligence.
Ooh.
You start futzing with it. The Kyrite housing is still intact, although it is going to need some substantial repairs.
Right.
If there was some sort of access or supplies you could get from somewhere, you get the impression that it might fly if it was charged, or it might house it. But if it takes any damage or gets breached, you're going to be tumbling out of the sky pretty quick.
Right.
I have a quick question about Kyrite. Is it more of like a metal or like
Mineral.
more like a mineral? So like
Quartz. Closer to quartz.
I was wondering if my jewel crafting would be of any help, but I guess not.
Maybe make a check.
I was like, I don't know if I can do anything with the Kyrite, maybe.
3.
Don't do this to me.
One. Natural 1. Break it all the way.
Would this be, I guess, intelligence?
Yes, intelligence.
So rude.
Tempest just walks into the
Why?
ship, walks back up
Why
like
do
an
you-
hour later, like, it's in pieces.
Why do you curse?
Oh,
Why do you curse
just
me?
figuring out if you can even do anything with it, and the answer is you wouldn't even know where to start. Kyrite completely nullifies the effects of magic if it is used to it.
Oh, yeah, this would not be trying with magic. Okay.
I like to imagine Tempest making skill checks as like Homer Simpson is trying to cook and he pours cereal and milk into a bowl and it lights on fire.
Attack rolls, skill challenges, perfectly fine. Anything else? Fuck it.
Spider-Man.
Even the game wants me to be Spider-Man.
Can't do anything else but fight.
Roman will kind of look the
Overall, it's
Kyrite over. Would he have any experience, not with like using it, but more like having stolen it? Would it be something that like would be
Kyrite?
Yeah.
So there's 2 sources of Kyrite that get flowed into the Empire. Usually it's either the Beowick or Marcera. It comes from the Underdark, or it comes from Dun Maldoom.
Would my group have anything to know about that since we did the Underdark shit? I don't know, probably.
Not when you were there.
That's fair.
So that leads into Reynard's question. Does Reynard know anything about the conservatory using this as potentially a suppression device for mages?
Make a history check.
That's a fancy question.
11.
We're all
Guys, we rolled a
great
5,
guys.
a 3, and a 4. We're going strong tonight.
Really good. So you don't recall ever seeing it done, but there was a rumor in the wind that when you were leaving, that one of the archmages was testing the theory of finding a way to use magic suppression devices, collars almost, to prevent enemy spellcasters from doing something.
That sounds terrible.
Anything I can apply to the current situation.
Cool. What should we begin doing?
Well, the Kyrite casing seems to be well enough, but it's just in such a mess that I think if we were to get it started, if we bumped into anything, we'd fall from the sky and die. Horribly.
No one wants that.
No.
When you say bump into anything, do you mean like a bird that's flying through a cloud the wrong way, or do you mean someone shooting a fireball at it?
Yes.
A bird.
Reynard does not look instilled with confidence at that concept.
Neither does Tempest.
So we'll call that plan. We'll just go ahead and put that down to F and assume that we can come up with more plans ahead of that one.
Yes, I'm hoping for more. I'm gonna try and look for like this Kyrite stuff. Are there like any jagged like big pieces like that have crashed on impact?
There are pieces of it around the wellspring chamber.
I'll pick some up and just kind of start being like, maybe I can do something with it. I'll just start playing with it over the course of a day or two and see what I can do with it.
Make a jeweler's check.
Oh, this is over like the days. I figure we're still in this moment.
Okay. So the rest of you, going back up to the Fane of Imdrimroth. The higher you climb, the more dusty it appears, even though most of you don't seem to be that bothered by dust.
Poor Cerulean.
Poor Cerulean. It gets really choky up to the point, and I need you all to make survival checks.
Oh no!
Bam!
Oh
7.
no!
8.
Our rolls just got bad.
At least Miles a natural 7.
Our
So-
rolls are just awful.
You
I
guys
just
are
wanna-
on point tonight. Just great. Unfortunately, the higher you climb, the thicker it becomes, to the point that eventually you get lost.
Oh no.
And as night starts to fall, you have no idea where you are.
No, I'm sure it's right around this bend.
Don't listen to Kevin. He tried to find caves and
No,
trees.
no.
I've seen this rock before.
No, let's take a second.
Mm.
Just let's figure out where we are. Also, I need a roll for my other staff.
Ooh, I know what we can do. I'll take out my knife and I'll mark an X on the rock. Now we'll know if we've been here before.
And as you turn it around, you see another X that was there from you previously carving.
We've been to this rock before.
If it gets to nighttime, would we know that this is not that they've gone way too long?
As night will begin to fall, what are you guys gonna do?
No, probably like they're fine. They're probably just taking a little extra time. Takes a while to cut up a dragon.
We did just send them with. Was Kevin leading? He did try to find caves and rocks in trees. I mean,
he did about as good as you did. So.
Damn!
I was at least looking for caves in the freaking rock in the cliff.
They just have to walk up the hill to find the Knot Mountain. You know.
It was a very clear path. I don't know how they could have gotten lost.
But if the morning hits, we go check for their corpses. But
Oh, they'll be fine, I'm sure.
All right, those of you that are still climbing, what are you gonna do?
Appreciate your confidence in me, Roman.
Accent, sorry.
Okay, Oh, Connor, you're muted.
I don't need to sleep, and neither does Kevin, so.
Just carry Cerulean on your back.
Cerulean, I have a backpack. I could cut some holes in it, and you could ride in it like a papoose.
I don't know. I might have been muted for this, but does your patron have any way that they could help find us the right location or where we need to go?
Oh, left. No.
Preferred.
He'll think for a moment, and he'll say, "If you remember, she did say there's the slight chance. This might have been the slight she was talking about, and with the dust being so thick." That was the probably minimum. No, but is there any way I can think back to maybe backtrack to where we might have gone and maybe find a way back?
Make another survival check.
I will do my damnedest.
Follow your footsteps.
14.
As you start crawling back your way, you figure the dust starts to clear at a certain point. And you find yourself looking as the dust floats down, and you stop at the last second, finding yourself at the edge of a gorge that goes very far down. And you can see at the very base a blue dragon corpse, and you get a pretty good idea of where you might be.
Okay, I think I got an idea. 23, come here.
I come there.
Yeah, I'll point down.
I see a dragon. I see a blue dragon! Oh, we're here! We found it!
Right, but we're also at the very top, and it took us half a day to get down.
And as you ascend a little bit higher, the dust clears, wind sweeping over the top of the mountain. And what lies before you is an entire stretch of rock and rubble and ruined stonework, where you can see pretty much the entirety of the mountain has a perfect sphere carved out of a point. Literally as if you had seen a black hole just suck there and then vanish at the same point. Everything that was above it collapsed inward, but the carving out point is so specific, it's hard to miss. You can see the chambers where everything once was.
Do we still see the dragon mouth?
You could, dragon mouth is gone. It's shattered and broken into a bunch of pieces at the floor.
At least we made it here. That's the important thing.
Well, unfortunately, don't we need to get where... How far can you see back, Kevin? Can you actually see into that room, or...
Oh, as far as I know, I can see back as far as the dawn of creation.
Well,
but I have to be there.
So we have to...
I have to be up that way.
Can you fly?
No.
Can you make him fly?
I can't, no.
Shit.
You're trying to listen to it, and you're just gonna be going, "What? Speak
This-
up!"
You should have thought about this before.
It's not terribly high up from where you are, only about 40 feet.
I mean, you can try to get up there, Kevin, but if you fall, I mean, I can heal you if you fall, but
I mean, there's nothing to climb, but it's gone. The spot where you guys fought is about 40 feet up from where you are.
What's the highest we could get? Best guesstimate.
Putting on each other's shoulders? I don't know. What are you aiming for? Like the highest point left of the mountain?
Yes.
About 40 feet. You'd be about 40 feet beneath where the wellspring chamber was.
Okay.
Oh, I know how I can get up there.
how?
I need to sleep.
Okay.
I can levitate tomorrow.
Okay. Well, do we want to spider climb down, harvest a corpse of a dragon, and then sleep in its corpse?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Sorry. I got
Wait,
to.
wait
I got
actually,
a little
before we
overzealous.
spider climb down, what's this slope looking like? Is it like straight down or is this
It's a
like...
vertical, yeah.
Oh.
23. What if you took out the breath thing like you did with the red dragon?
What bird thing? Oh, that. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I could. I more so want the horn because I'm collecting parts. But
Oh, I understand that, but if what we gathered from the red dragon was able to make armor for core, you're specifically with electricity, lightning. Just imagine what it could do for you.
I mean, we did that with the Behir coil, so I imagine I could do something else like that. But going down and harvesting, Kevin, I could work through the night and get it done.
We should all just jump off the cliff.
Oh.
I can cast Featherfall. It's fine.
Oh, that's
How far does Featherfall last?
Long enough. Yeah, you guys can get down 150 feet without issue with that.
All right.
Okay. Sure. Let's do that.
Jump.
Cerulean takes a second. It's like, and then he jumps.
Oh, wait! I didn't have that prepared today.
Halfway down, Featherfall just doesn't work anymore. Ah!
Halfway
And
down,
much-
I cast False Life because that's what about Featherfall.
Cut to them at the
Alright.
bottom of the ravine, and like it fast forwards 10 minutes in the future. It's like, how do we get back? And it's just 23 climbing up, like Andre the Giant climbing the cliffs of insanity with 2 people hanging off his back.
I do have Spider Climb prepared, but I can only cast it on one person. So,
Rob, how long does it last for?
like 10 minutes or an hour.
I can get people up that fast.
One of those things, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I can get people up that fast.
Okay, so you all are at the base. You can see the blue dragon's corpse kind of crumpled in on itself. A lot of it's gotten smashed from the fall as it did descend quite rapidly. It took a significant amount of damage to the bone structure.
One important question. Is the horn intact?
Yes.
I want it.
Make a survival check.
Can I cast guidance on him?
Sure.
Okay. Might as well.
I will.
Kind of horny. We're gonna let him get it.
And I rarely ever ask for guidance too. So
I will assist him.
Thank you.
I just killed Will, thankfully.
All right.
the puns are too much.
Guidance. Yeah,
18?
we don't abuse guidance at least.
Hey, 21.
You are able to neatly, with the Shatterstar, crack.
This is your harvesting method.
Dibs.
It's about a foot long. It's a substantial horn.
I now have the green claw of that one green dragon. I have the fang of Abatheriax, and I have the horn
Blue
of.
guy.
Is no one worried that 23 is just a Tiamat sleeper agent at this point?
He's collecting all the parts.
I'm
All right,
actually.
23. Now let's go get that dragon thing.
Suddenly we know why Azar Cool healed him in the fight.
What was the dragon's name?
Tyr Garoon.
I'm gonna spell it like my dog. Tyr Garoon. Okay.
All right, 23. Now go get the fundamentum.
Okay. I'm going inside of its mouth.
I will once again assist him.
Cerulean is going to wait outside.
Good thing you don't have nostrils. Because this shit smells like straight ozone.
Probably.
With an 18, unfortunately, you start clawing into it, and you get majority of it out, but there's a lot of blood seeping from the back of it. It's this bluish, brackish blood, and you can feel the charge in it. You do manage to get it, but you get the impression that it probably is not going to last more than a week.
Yeah,
The
so
way
we're
it's
not-
draining.
There's literally no way we can use it.
Just eat it.
I could.
Consume it.
Consume.
I mean, I could cast Alter Self on myself tomorrow and then eat it.
I'm lagging. Hold on.
Okay.
How'd it go?
It is quite trippy in here.
It's bad. I could eat it probably and gain the powers of a blue dragon. Clearly, I know how magic works. So we should probably do that. Don't think it will last very long.
I don't think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure if you ate it, you'd probably throw up.
I don't throw up for one, so you're
I don't mean to be a liar. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
This is not your area of expertise, unfortunately. Whether or not I could help you, hard to say. You have to find the right guy who can use the right parts. Maybe Sertarian.
Yeah, he did it before, so I imagine he can do it again. I'm just gonna take that and just like give it to Kevin, put it in an apparent bag of holding that we now have.
So what next?
So bitter. Scales.
Yes, scales.
Scales. All right.
There are plenty of shuck scales that you guys can collect from the.
Okay. Yeah. So
you collect about 10 in total.
all right. So I think we're decent on that. I'll put that in my inventory.
Oh, and claws and teeth.
Okay.
Whatever ones aren't shattered from the fighting or falling.
Okay.
I think we're good on that. Do you want me to make survival checks or
no?
No. Okay. And then, do we want to camp down here?
You might as well.
Sweet. All right.
All right. And as you all settle in for your long rest, and the night crew or the Dawn Runner crew settles in for their long rest, nothing happens. And once again, another day will pass.
We lived.
I see you.
So, awakening the next morning, Dawn Runner. Oh, sorry.
I was going to see who you wanted to go first.
Dawn Runner crew. What are y'all doing as you wake up the next morning?
They're not back yet.
No.
Ugh.
We're gonna have to go find them, aren't we?
We are. How high up are we?
Is it a specific altitude?
Well, not like specific out. Are we higher up than what they were going to?
Oh yeah. No. I'm sorry. No. You're about halfway up the mountain.
Okay, so we can't just look down and look and see if we can see him. Okay.
The Fane of Enderoth is much higher than you guys.
Well, should we all go, or should some? Well, there's no point in people staying, I suppose.
Oh, they can. If there's anything Core or Bernard can do, they can stay and keep working on the ship while some of us go. But probably just smarter we all go, so the wellspring's not unguarded.
Amoeba the party again.
Yes.
Obviously.
We haven't reinstalled the wall spring, right? It's still not connected.
We haven't charged it or anything. It's still just kind of sitting there.
I'm not asking if we charged it. I'm asking if we reinstalled it into the car, right?
It's still just sitting there.
Or did you put it back in the slot? Oh.
No, considering it doesn't do anything right now, it's with Core. So
Yeah. Of course, holding it like a football.
Do we want to go check on them, or do we want to see if they can handle themselves?
I have the terrible feeling that we'll go to find them and then they'll pass by on a different path and they'll get to there and not see us, and then we'll get there and won't see them. But we should probably go try and find them.
Can anyone communicate over long distances?
I can yell.
I meant more of a magical communicate over long distances. All right, I guess we're going to go search for them.
I mean,
Okay.
that'd be more of a question for Bernard, but
That'll be a couple hours before you guys get up there. But go ahead and make a survival check, and I'll roll back to you.
Now it's too long. I can't guide myself.
Question.
I actually did
42.
good.
given that we would also know that we've been up here for an unusually long period of time, could I, like, while they're like thinking about coming here, could I just cast Skywrite?
Did you prepare the spell?
I could prepare it in the morning.
Then you can throw up a Skywrite if you
Okay.
wanted. Hopefully they can see it through the dust.
I have no idea.
We're fine, is all it says.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Skywrite, and I'm just
Thumbs up emoji.
I can take my quill out and just be like I'm like writing in the air, but like clouds just follow where I'm writing. It's just we're fine. Thumbs up.
Why does the Dawn Runner group make the perception
Smiley
check?
face.
Damn, I felt
Winky
so good on
face.
that survival. My passive is. Oh, never mind. We're probably fine.
Roman and Tempest. You guys see it? We're fine.
Can anyone do? Who's doing that?
The way it's written, it's gotta be Kevin.
I mean, it feels like Kevin.
It does, but it also feels like it's a great way. Like, that's exactly what I would say and have said to people when I'm like, oh, we're fine, but you know what's going on in there is not fine, or the people that I'm saying are fine are not actually fine. You know what I mean?
You know, we should really think this out for the future in case we split up again.
There should be a code word.
Maybe something like fluffinetta. I don't know.
Don't say it.
Don't.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
My crew's go-to word was domino.
Our
Anyway.
code words.
Too many references. Too short time. Moving on.
So, those of you that are still at the Blue Dragon remains, what are you guys gonna do?
So are we wanting to look back in the past, or we just want to go catch up with them? Because we've already kind of wasted a bit of a day.
Well, we're up here, so we might as well.
Also, I hardly call a fantastic
No,
blue dragon horn a waste
Oh,
of time.
I'm not saying us here wasting a day. I meant when we were lost in the dust.
Oh no, that was exercise.
Yes, it was.
As I understand it, you organics need that to stop yourselves from dying.
We were testing, I think it's called your respiratory system.
It's respiratory, but close.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we were testing that.
No, that was close. That was good. No,
Yeah.
but it's. Look. Jokes aside, I do think us getting lost in the dust did put us back a little bit. But if you do want to go up there, it wouldn't be too bad.
Observation. You lack stamina, meatbag.
What's the deception for?
For telling you that we were doing it for your respiratory system.
Sure, I'll roll fucking inside. I got nothing in it, so we'll see. Oh.
Anyways.
20.
So Kevin, you said you had a plan in order to see what you think you could see.
Oh yes, I can just cast spider climb on myself and walk up there.
That it's not there, Kevin.
But I need spider climb to get to there, and then I can levitate.
That's what we
Oh,
meant.
right. Yes. Levitate was the plan.
Yes.
So if you cast it onto me, I can climb up and deliver you all to the top of the mountain.
I will. Can I take some 23's rope and fashion a 2-person harness for Cerulean and myself?
No.
You're
is-
the only one that can see it, so.
See what?
But we're at the bottom of the
event.
gorge.
Yeah, just to get us out of the gorge.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Easy.
I'll just bring my staff.
Okay.
Around,
You guys can
like if he's
jump up.
going up.
Okay.
Between the three of you and your combination of skills and magic, you are able to climb your way out without too much difficulty.
Cool.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
mark off a spell slot.
All right. While you do this, I suppose me and 23 will keep an eye out.
I'll go scramble over some rocks and then levitate on up to where I believe the battle chamber was. Hopefully, I'm not like where a wall used to be or something.
You know, we don't really talk, Cerulean.
I just see 5
What?
minutes of solid stone.
I said we don't really talk at all.
No, I know. We're always just fighting alongside each other. You've been doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you?
I'm doing okay. I do realize I'm slowly beginning to realize that people are coming after me a lot more once they find out what I do.
Yep. You get used to it after a while.
No, I'm used to it. I think I realized that when I got a crate thrown at me.
How funny is this? So I have managed to avoid two lightning breaths, which is
That's-
incredibly ironic because I am really good at dealing with that damage.
No, I'll say it was impressive. I liked seeing like the lightning just sort of like trail off of you after that. That's cool.
It didn't even hit me. I just missed it. They just shot at someone else. It's just really funny. Anyways.
So, Kevin, as you focus inward with the ability to peer back into time, you go specifically to the moment right when your elevator was descending?
Yeah, like right after the fight.
Okay. You see everything start to blur and fade away before all around you, you find yourself standing in the wellspring chamber, or at least what remains of it, peering around you. And you can see everything else descending, or at least you guys descending away. And you can look up and see Celia. Looks like she's muttering an incantation towards the crack in the divine gate. You're not sure exactly what type of spell she's casting, but her hair flows brilliantly, whapping in the wind. However, after about a minute of that, a series of cracks form even brighter, and you can see figures descending through the crack in the sky. The first one that lands is a almost elven-looking female, tall, gangly, very dark black hair, severe features, and perennially surrounded in what looks to be a swarm of bugs, almost like mosquitoes that swarm around her, about the size of your fist each. Almost so much that it's hard to actually see her. These bugs also smolder with a fiery intensity. Descending next in line is you'd swear, it looks almost like a tiefling were it not for about a size and a half larger, winged, cloven feet, wielding almost black and red plate mail, nasty sword on its back, forked tail, fangs, horns, the whole nine. As these twos descend, you can see they just stand and watch Celia with a kind of smiles on their faces. The next figure that descends surprises you. It is a Warforged, made almost of entirely pure gold. With the exception of the facial features, spiked helmet, gilded plate armor of gold nature, gold core, gold wood, everything. Very gauche looking individual. Lands in a 3-point landing before ascending and folds its arms across its chest. The next one ascends looks to be a man, very similarly dressed as the other one, with black armor, sword at its side, in a black blade, wink, looking individual. But they all seem to be forming a circle around Celia. But the last one that descends is a white-robed figure that gently floats down, almost in an angelic-like figure, landing before Celia. This particular figure, white robe, a porcelain mask of no features, and flowing long white hair that goes almost down to the middle of her back. And Celia will stop casting at this moment. It just seems to take her gaze at all of them before she sighs. So I guess all of us were breaking the rules then, weren't we? The Warforged respond, "You mongrels never figured it out. Where's the fake Warforged?" And she'll shake her head. "Beyond your reach for now. 0. And she looks at each of them in turn before she just raises her hand. Or raises her hands up towards the white figure. "So, Shalenthal, has it come to this then?" And you can see the white figure take the mask off and reveals dark skin, red eyes, aged-looking figure. Her face looks distorted. Her motions are different, almost like she's phasing in and out of reality from time to time. Each movement doesn't seem to have the flow of normal movement to it, as if you're looking at her from one angle and then in the next moment she's looking at you from another angle. And to which she just replies, "If I am to bear all of the world's evils to save it, then so be it. But it will not be you standing in my way again, Celia." And you can see as she starts to gather magical energy and for her, the vision will end. And what you can only presume to be the battle commencing afterwards.
Question. Can I maintain concentration while I'm doing this?
You're kind of concentrating on this.
Okay, then I probably would have fallen.
Well, slowly, but yes.
I'll just like pick myself up out of the rocks. Like, I should have thought of that.
You okay?
Climbing down. I don't know. Did I fall hard?
It doesn't look like it. It looked like you just sort of, like when you got on the ground, you sort of just like went on your side.
So, I saw some stuff. There was a dark elfish-looking person with a fiery mosquito swarm around them. They came out of the crack before it closed. And there was a large tiefling with wings. And there was a 23. Do you remember this one? There was a warforged made of gold. Celia referred to him as Zero.
Oh shit.
He looked
Yeah.
important.
Didn't Skather say something about that?
Yeah, well, yeah. He said that he was.
Oh no, he said it only said to you. Never mind. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
and there was a man
we've also
in black
mentioned Zero.
armor with
That's
a
true.
black blade, and a white-robed porcelain masked person who had red eyes. Oh, and Zero asked where the fake warforged were. I don't know what that means.
I imagine he's a dick, and he's probably a big fan of 24, and is mad that 24 is dead. Sorry, 25. My bad. 25 is a dick, not 24. 24 is a beautiful horse. Anyways, he's probably mad that we survived. And
24 is somewhere sneezing in a horse.
probably mad that we survived and that we're trying to save the world. And I don't really know the history, but I imagine he's kind of a dick, if that's what he said. And
If we
it's
want
Skid that's
stay
trying to bring
here
him
for
back.
another day, I can see what happened after that.
I don't think
That's-
it's.
We're wasting time, I think.
We know the biggies. We know that four people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 people are presumably Silent Dark members. They're here, you said.
Oh, yes, they teleported to the ground and appeared to attack Celia right before my vision faded.
So
So
5
she is likely dead.
So 5 Silent Dark members are now amok in the material plane.
That is a big word for you, 23.
I know, I kind of 23's brain just kind of fidgets for a second.
Word
We
of
have-
the day calendar.
Material.
We have their description though. We can at least, it won't help, but at least we will have an idea, and maybe we can learn more information based off of that.
And I'm sure these aren't like the Scather type, like the not too powerful. I imagine that these are well-known figures that either someone who is smart would know, or someone as old as Brain. The dude, the monk.
I like
Either.
it. I missed what
Nicola
23 said.
Goodmain.
That one, Goodmaid. Sorry. That Goodmaid would know.
And the white-haired lady says she bears all the evils of the world and doesn't like Celia.
Well, she sounds like she needs to get a vibe check. I just killed Sean.
Literally, his screen is frozen. That's
You
it.
killed a lot of us. I just didn't react. Wow.
You fucking asshole.
Anyways,
This is what the response is when you do a lot of hard writing
I know.
for these developed characters and the players just trash talk them the entire time. That
to be fair,
hurts on a personal level.
that happens to every DM ever. Behold, my super cool villain, and they called him lame.
It must be uncomfortable to have bugs flying around you at all times.
Anyways, but regardless, he sounds like incredibly dangerous people. We probably should head back as soon as possible. At least we have that information now. We can start finding people who might know what we can do with them.
That's probably a smart bet. And once we get a piece from the Dawn Runner, we can head back to Crimson Witch, get some supplies, and if our friend is able, teleport us back.
And this is when you're having that conversation that everybody finds you coming up the cliff.
Oh, hello, friends.
Made it.
I thought
Hey, they're not dead.
Did you
I
see
think
my
you guys-
message?
I did. I was kind of 50-50 on whether it was you or someone
Sorry.
pretending it was you.
I should
Sorry.
have added more smiley faces.
Sorry we didn't get back so soon. There's a lot of dust up here. We got turned around.
That's fair. It's just
We
good to
were
see.
testing Cerulean's endurance.
No, you weren't.
Find the dragon.
Kevin, how is your survival skills coming?
I found a rock twice.
So terribly. Okay.
No, I
gotcha.
found the same rock twice. It's
We did-
excellent.
We did find some information. Well, Kevin found some information about what happened after we left.
And
Yes. Oh, you want me to repeat it again?
that would be lovely.
Just,
repeat
y- yeah.
I saw a dark elf lady with a fiery mosquito swarm around her, which looked very uncomfortable. And a
I like how the story is already
Yeah.
being distorted.
Kevin, I think we can.
Give it
I think we're
telephone.
good with just like giving we fill you in on the details, so we don't retell the same past.
The Roman's telling someone later, it's like, I don't know, bug lady, there was a mask.
There was it a silver warforged with a golden face? That's what it was.
1 million ants.
I don't know
Yeah.
where you get all gold plating, but sign me up for it.
Oh,
Oh,
speaking of,
cool. You look
Rather
lovely as
impractical.
is.
It
Speaking
was
of-
it was a
Okay.
pre-order bonus, so
It doesn't sound like
Order bonus.
how went the initial repairs of the Dawn Runner?
Oh, terrible! We
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, we would have had all morning to try to not be terrible again.
but we went here.
Well, we have what we
How
need
long
now,
is it
so
now?
we can gather something from the Dawn Runner. We can make our way over to Crimson Witch.
So all of us are going to Crimson Witch, or just some of us are going to Crimson Witch while we try to fix it up a little bit?
I think
it's a big journey. I don't think we shouldn't split for that long. It's probably going to be
Yeah.
2-3 weeks, maybe a month. Premiere.
How much do we think we could even get done with just the three of us on the Dawn Runner with no supplies?
Exactly.
I'm
Reynard,
just asking the question.
can you hear me? You hear in your head, this is Numos. Are you alive?
What would you be
Yes?
saying?
I'm sorry, how am I being contacted right now?
Sending.
Of course, it's always sending. There's no discrepancies. We're alive, I suppose. Realize he has maybe like 6 words left. Gate closed, silent dock alive.
Break.
Kisses.
Then that's all he gets through to him.
Mwah.
Kevin says hi.
Yeah, does sending count like coughs and stuff? Like you.
That's a question for you, not for us. You're the DM here.
I know. Another moment will pass before cavalry on the way. We'll meet
What?
at Wrathkeep.
Oh,
We're not.
Yeah, I
No,
want
I-
to say Bernard. All right. We'll be there before you arrive, surely. Bring construction supplies.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say construction paper for some reason.
We're gonna make paper airplanes and
Bring
fly
felt.
back to Marcera.
And he will actually preface, because I realize that if they're going to Wrathkeep, they may get it confused. Wood, not stone. Just to clarify, so there's no confusion.
Okay.
And he will fill them in. So Numos is coming to Wrathkeep with the reinforcements.
Oh, that's good.
Ah, yes.
And they'll be able to bring some things that we need. Looking at the mountain now, since we have time, and it seems like some portions of the lower section of the mountain are intact, Renard will say, does anyone want to come over and see if we can't find that secret cave and see what might still be intact?
Yes.
I've got Spider Clan.
No, that part's gone. Yeah,
yeah,
where
that's
you guys
gone.
climbed up where Tigrin's lair, it's erased.
Okay. So, no, there's no point in even going there.
We should
All
just head to Wrathkeep.
All right.
We got what we need. Oh, Renard, good news. We got the horn and we got some scales.
How do... Go ahead.
Who?
Well, if you don't, I will.
What?
Are we just
Sorry.
heading back down the mountain from which you come?
How
Well,
long
there's
is it
no
going to
reason to
take
steer
them
anyone.
to come?
He did not say.
That's
We
what
have
she
to
said.
gussy up our house for guests.
And this is why I was saying. Okay.
Any jokes?
They may be being teleported by a laundry. They may be flying here. I don't know. For all I know, they could be marching across the valley. It could take them a month.
My vision
Enough
did
of
get
that.
cut off. If we have time, if we stay up here, I can see what happens afterwards.
I think you know. Oh, sorry, I wasn't here, so depending on what you told us, Renard would say, I think you know what happens after what happens. Light rains down from the sky and a mountain gets obliterated.
There may have been more discussion between them before they apparently vanished. Looking at it.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that something like that is not enough to kill the Silent Dog, otherwise they wouldn't have lived into legend as long as they did.
It's true.
They're going to be a difficult problem.
And
If you wish to do so, Kevin, I suppose that's your right.
It would have to be a group decision. I will not stay up here by myself. That
How
does
long
not
does
seem wise.
How long does it take you?
Oh, once a day.
Oh, we have to stay here for a day.
Well,
Yes,
he has to be over
potentially
there.
many.
If the treasure had been exploded all over the place, then maybe I'd be up for just doing a little hunt around the forest for gold pieces while you sleep or whatever you have to do. But and I'll look back up to where the cave was like evaporated. I'm like, it looks like it's completely gone. So I think my vote is let's go gussy up the keep.
Yes, I'm going to take some of these chunks of kyrite you said with us. I'm going to see if I can do anything with them.
Okay. Going back to Wrath Keep, you guys can spend the next several days putting it back together, unless there's something in the meantime you would like to do.
Yeah, I figured.
Or you start sprucing it up, question mark.
How do we spruce it up? It's a war-torn ruin.
The first thing that Renard will do is he'll show Core the underground hidden shelter that all the loot was in, and basically use it as a place like, Core, if you want to keep the wellspring here and live here so you can keep an eye on it, this is probably the safest place for it.
Be a good idea. Kevin had a bag which holds a lot of things as well, right? Would that be a safe place?
Theoretically, but then if something were to happen to the bag, last time I checked, it could be lost to the astral sea for all time.
Ah, yes. All right. This seems as good a place as any.
I hear a pupper.
Yeah, he's shaking. Is there a good vault door on this? Core would go around and inspect the door and stuff.
There's a trapdoor.
The three doors there's iron bar doors that are all pretty badly rusted. There's also a trapdoor that goes down to about 30 feet drop.
Okay, that seems pretty safe. Core would probably try to make it more like inconspicuous if she could.
Okay, there's a chest down there, an empty chest. I think you guys took the skull out of it.
Do we have the key for it, or
I don't think
These
so.
tools.
Thieves' tools? I mean, yeah.
But if I were to get, say, 25 gold pieces of gold, 25 gold pieces worth of gold dust, I could cast Arcane Lock on it, and that way no one could get into it unless they had the password.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Is there any kind of like smithy for us to turn gold coins into dust?
Would I have
23
Would I as a
rolls of a
wizard?
hammer.
Well, yeah, would I as a wizard have the knowledge of how to create just material components out of raw components? Just
roll with it.
like, sure.
Find the cheese grater.
Here's the issue: I do need 25 gold pieces to do that, though.
Oh, here, have mine, I guess.
If she will do that, I will. The next morning, because we have several days here, I will make sure I cast Arcane Lock on the chest and seal it, and I will ensure that only Reynard and Core know the password. Not because we don't trust the others, but just so the more people that know a secret, the more chances it has to get out.
Is there a main gate to Wrath Keep that's still like functional?
It's
on the ground.
I'll look around and then I'll be like, Renard, if I give you another 25 gold
He's
and
had
we fix this
dinner.
gate, do you think you can lock
Oh,
this
okay.
too?
The gate has to be functional, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm assuming
There are side entrances that are also available to walk right in because the wall has been cracked.
So, how long do we have to repair this place?
A couple of days.
You don't know.
Well,
You don't know how they're getting there.
Okay. I do have carpenter's tools with me. Those include a saw, hammer, nails, a hatchet. You can just have 23 cut us down some trees, and we can repair the gate.
I mean, I might. I'm trying. Sorry, I'm looking for a spell. Keep talking.
That was it.
Oh,
I was looking up what was actually in carpenter's tools.
Would how heavy do these gates look that are on the ground?
Set of wide set oaken double doors.
So
Pretty hefty.
500 pounds?
I couldn't give you any specific number off the top of my head. No. Hefty. Generic weight.
I would kind of look at Kevin and be like, if I can get this off the ground and in position, can you maybe make sure it doesn't collapse in like 10 minutes?
Tell you guys what. Make your individual checks for what you intend to repair using the appropriate tool set. If you do not have one, assist somebody else so they have advantage.
Yeah,
So, let me ask, before we lift the gate up, does it look like the hinges are intact?
No. They are rusted
We have
out.
to are like the housing for the is like the pin missing, or is the entire thing?
It's rusted into dust. Corrosion.
you need a new one.
You need new hinges, bud.
Yeah. So we can't fix the gate then.
Yeah.
I mean, I could prop the gate up, but like, what? That's not gonna do anything. People just pull the prop away.
I was gonna say, like, I can use levitate and get it like in position, but it needs
Yeah, but if
some
the
way to
hinges
stay.
aren't there, then it doesn't matter.
Right, doesn't matter then.
Door standing in a door frame.
As I said, make your checks, please.
I'm
I don't
here
know
for
what else to
assistance
fix.
'cause I have no tool proficiencies nor
So
tools.
assist.
As for answering the question, because I never got a chance to, Renard will say, I can cast Arcane Lock up to 7 times a day if we need to. So if you have the coin, I'm happy to seal every single door in this damn place if you want me to.
Most of them aren't doors though. They're just
Well,
gaps
not
in the wall.
7 times, but I'll hand him 100 gold to change into dust as we can, so he can lock doors.
I guess I'll just make a Smith tools check to turn gold into dust.
I thought 23 was just going.
Oh, that works then.
It's like we have our own grinder, and his name is 23.
Is that all I am to you?
Grinder? No, that's a
You're
totally
a lot
different
more
thing.
than that, 23. Renard doesn't have any proficiencies in repairing things, so he'll just...
Would a jeweler's isn't going to help on anything? Yeah.
No.
If we want to put Wrathkeep on the side and really fancy lettering, I could handle that.
If we want to like get some bling going, I can do it.
There was like a library-esque area, right?
Yeah.
It was more of a storage where there were books and scrolls, like an office, less than a library.
Oh.
And if I remember correctly, did a lot of the books look like they'd evaporate if we touched them?
They were old, 200 plus years.
Renard, if you want, you and I could maybe refresh and maybe clean as best we can, like this entire stock. I mean, if they're going to take it over, they're probably going to either try to repair or destroy most of these old books, or at least make it look presentable.
I suppose it's a better use of my time than sitting around here not doing anything.
Okay. As you guys set to work repairing Wrathkeep, fixing your various objectives, and this is where we're going to take a 15-minute break. We'll be back at about 10 after 5 or 50. 10 after.
10 after.
10 after the hour. We'll see you guys soon, and we'll get that reward out there.
Woo! I forgot about that.
Not too late to enter. Get in there.
Quickly.
Quick.
Do it now. And welcome back. So, as you all spend the next 4 days in Wrathkeep, by the afternoon of the 4th day, you can hear the heavy hoofbeats of somebody approaching the gate from the front. A gate that I'm assuming you guys have lifted up and just kind of welded shut, essentially.
If we have the ability to do so, sure.
It's not openable, but there are
So,
side entrances.
Here's the question we should ask. Is there a functioning smith here in Wrathkeep? At all?
Well, we would
An
still need
anvil
ore.
that Kevin could use.
We would still need ore. Even if it's a functioning smithy, we don't have anything to make at it.
Could you not smelt down some of the iron down in the lower docks? I feel like there's plenty of resources just laying around.
It's probably all rusty pieces of crap, though.
Never mind.
Yes. Horses are approaching.
I could smelt down horses.
Jesus Christ.
And when you hear a horn, it goes, "Oh there! Reynard, are you there?" You can hear the sound of your brother.
Ard will presumably make his way up. I'll fucking spend a spell slot to teleport up to one of the outside walls of the keep and just look out. Yes. What is he looking at here as he looks out?
You could see him looking at the shut gate, but on a horse, and about 3 other knights behind him.
We're here. I'm afraid there's not really any way to open the gate as it is now, but there's other entrances, and I'll gesture around one of the side walls that still probably has a giant hole in it that they could just walk through.
All right, be right there. And he's gonna guide his horses come around the side entrance on the south
As
side.
he's doing that, can I detect magic just as precaution?
Cast it? Okay, sure.
You know, we'll see. These guys aren't covering an illusion. This isn't a trap. This isn't secrets. Okay.
It's them.
Just all right. I felt the need to be cautious. Don't hate me. All right. I'll help guide them into the keep then.
Okay. He will dismount along with the 3 knights behind him. He'll just gesture and keep an eye out. And then he will make his way into the gate, kind of taking his helmet off and wiping away his brow. You all lived. We were really worried after seeing that explosion all the way from Crimson Witch. What the hell happened?
You just need up close. Long story short, magic, bullshit, ridiculous levels of power, and a whole bunch of stuff nobody should be messing with.
Okay. That didn't tell me a damn thing. But okay.
I told you about as much as we know, trust me.
All right. Well, we got word from Numos that who's gonna meet you, or you're supposed to meet you here. You asked for supplies. You fixing to keep?
Not fixing a keep, fixing a ship.
A
We
what?
also could fix the keep.
A ship.
A ship.
Wood,
Did you, did
mooring.
you tell him about the Dawn Runner?
We're talking about
No.
wood.
We did not
No,
mention the Dawn Runner.
he's gonna pause. There ain't no water around here for.
Bertram, just look me in there right now. Have I ever been an individual that's prone to flights of fancy?
Well, there was that one time you tried to go up on some snow, and you know what? Never mind.
I just look at him like I have
No.
no idea what he's talking about. Just trust me in this. It's not for
Okay.
Wrathkeep, it's for something else. It's a personal project.
Well, we got some coming. It's a couple wagons full of lumber and stone.
Stone might be useful for the keep, but the lumber will be useful. Sure. How long should we expect it to take?
Another half day. We rode up faster once we came across the ruins of the river.
How is Orchard River?
All right, Orchard's River anymore.
I was afraid of that. Well, you all managed to make it across, no problem. Is the ferry still intact for the most part?
Yeah, but we got the horses to swim. This river's not that big of an issue.
Well, I hope they don't have any issue getting the supplies across. I imagine that'd be a
That's going to be a
float away.
problem. I think they'll figure something out.
If they need any help and they take too long, we can go check that out. I have a way to help with that. But yeah, welcome to Wrath Keep. It's not really in the shape it should be in, but
Yeah,
years and a siege will do that to it.
we heard about it a long time ago. Used to belong to this old man named Emery. What the hell he did here? Something about getting in a fight with giants, I think.
Yeah, something about that.
Well, glad you're all right. I kind of give you a gentle pat on the shoulder. Worried. The only sane member of our family left. You actually gonna tell me what happened?
Well, they were using the wellspring to try and breach a hole through the divine gate and let all manner of bad things back onto this side. They may or may not have succeeded.
All right. Well, I need to let Lord Jarmath know. He's still hurt. He's back at the keep. guess I'll get a message out that way in a couple of days.
Very least, you shouldn't have to worry about any red hand any longer. Azarkul's dead. It looks like most of their forces were being lost as it was, and as you may have seen, the entire mountain is a smoldering crater, so whoever was left is not much left anymore. I am sorry to say that we did not manage to recover really any of the hoard that's been taken by the Red Hand. It was lost when the building went up.
All matters is they're dead and you ain't, huh?
I suppose you could look at it that way. I don't know if I will.
Well, you're a little more pragmatic than I am, I guess. All right, I got to let everybody else know. Help them get across the river. They should be here by nightfall if all things go well.
I'm not needed here. I'll come with you just to make sure. I'm fairly certain I've got one or two things that'll be useful.
Oh, suit yourself. You can ride on me. Gesture to his horse.
How far is it to Ordridge River?
A couple hours by horse.
Couple hours by horse. Sure.
Okay. How the rest of you is?
I would like to find Cerulean and go to like somewhere that is safe-ish, probably surrounded by stone, and take the heart breath thing out and be like, I'm going to eat this and see what happens.
Are you sure? Wait, did you ask Renard?
No, but it looks emptier than it did before, so...
I just...
I was trying to think of a way for 23 to do it, but I can only alter myself to actually eat it.
As he's standing there for a second, he'll like close his eyes and hoping for just like a simple answer. He's just gonna like mentally ask, it's just like, should he learn his lesson?
Kevin wanted to eat the heart of a dragon, and this is about as close as he's gonna come.
Gonna ask your deity for help about this?
He's just like, he doesn't want it to happen, but at the same time, if a lesson needs to be learned.
Kevin, are you going to eat it?
I don't get anything.
So for the sake of this, I did switch my goggles of night to resistant armor lightning.
I love it.
And I'm going to cast Alter Self to give myself a mouth and a working digestive tract.
Cerulean sets the. Or he would put a step somewhere nearby, but like he like holds up.
It looks like it's like less lightning-y now, right?
If Cora is here, Cora is horrified by this entire practice.
Nope, we're over here.
And wants nothing to do with it.
I think he took. Did you like take me away to like somewhere?
I tried to find the place where like if it. I don't know. Sortarian said that they were kind of dangerous before when we were working with them, so I would have tried to find a place where like if it does just, like shoot a lightning bolt in a random direction or something, it's just gonna like hit stone.
So cool. It's a lovely day. What do you think they're doing?
And suddenly I feel so much better about going to help the good innocent folk help get a bunch of heavy shit across the river.
I didn't know what they're doing, but I'm quite uneasy by it.
I just wanted to restore the library.
Kevin, please make a Constitution saving throw as you attempt to digest a lightning gizzard.
With a fake body.
I figure best case scenario gives me superpowers.
That's not.
You are now 23.
You get swole out of nowhere.
As you ingest it, your whole body shudders before you feel the as you shoot lightning out of every orifice of your body and take 64 points of lightning damage.
Is Kevin dead?
Sure ain't.
I want to say deserve this.
Do we hear this?
You feel like a crack of lightning going down from below.
Renard's gonna come back and there's just another hole in the keep.
I'm just gonna look at Cora and be like, do you think that was They wouldn't, right?
You know, I've learned not to ask questions about things that bother me, because they're just going to bother me more.
Cerulean's just standing there, just with like a look of just like if Cerulean's never looked like just done with the situation before, but just like
You can almost hear somebody going, "You are the dumbest smart person I have ever met."
Hey, Kevin. By the way, I was thinking about using that skizzer that we could use to supercharge the Bahir coil. You should have it.
No,
Is it spoiled?
no, I ate it.
Why?
Cerulean just goes up and just like he puts a hand on Kevin, he casts your wounds, and he just looks at him for a second. He says, "I like you, I really do."
It cuts to 23 after that, and his eyes are just blue screened.
But please, for my sake, don't do that again.
I'm dying.
Cerulean, this is how you learn things.
You don't learn
You
things.
have to eat these.
You don't learn. That should be a common thing, not to eat something raw out of a dragon.
This guy from School of Potion Making.
You heal 20 points, by the way.
Barely did it.
Roman is just in
I mean, that's a third.
He's in the office that has the just blown out window where the manticore was, and he's just using chalk to just draw random things on the wall, and he just hears a lightning bolt. He's like, "Someone dead."
I guess
just mid-stroke thing.
I guess Corey and I could hear you. We'd be like,
Someone should check on that, probably.
I like to imagine if Core had veins that came out of her head, there would be one big pulsing one right here.
how have you not left us yet?
There's entertainment value.
Cerulean pats Kevin's shoulder, and he leaves the room, and he looks at Tempest and Core, just shakes his head and goes back to the library.
Was it Kevin?
He just doesn't say a word, he just goes back to the library.
I'm just gonna look at Core. That was definitely Kevin.
I'll follow him out. Eating things is strange.
Why are you black?
Oh, lightning.
So, Reynard, returning to Drellin's Ferry does take a couple of hours riding behind Bertram, but you can see there is a small encampment of about 24 soldiers on the other side, making what looks to be a makeshift ferry of some sort to get across the river. But what remains of Orchard's River itself, however, is little more than burnt out buildings, charred fields. Even the orchards are husks.
Well, I suppose I didn't really expect much more than this. Looking at the supplies, about how much would you say they have, weight-wise?
Several 100 pounds worth.
All right, so instead of using that ferry, which may be useful to get your others off, but if we don't want to risk anything, I can create a floating disc, something that you all could just load it on, fly it back and forth across the river.
Well, that'd be mighty helpful.
I figured, why come all this way and risk losing it to the water, so.
All right, you can use Sensor's Disc.
I will cast Sensor Floating Disc, and I actually prepared it today, so I can cast it a whole bunch, and I will cast Fly on myself, and basically just use it to fly it both back and forth across the river as much as we need to.
By the sun setting, Reynard, all of the troops, Bertram, and the supplies arrive at the Wrath Cape.
Impressive, Renard.
Is everybody else's day very productive?
Kevin ate the dragon heart thing.
How?
Magic.
Cerulean was there, ask him.
I will go and ask Cerulean. You said Tempest told me that Kevin ate the dragon's heart.
I like to think he was it looks like he was trying to maybe do his best, copy what's in one book into another, and the moment we do that, he's just yes.
How?
He altered himself to give himself a digestive tract and a mouth.
Why?
Why is the question?
That sounds so absurd when you say it straight.
You know, Renard, I'm still asking myself that question.
Renard will just pat Cerulean on the shoulder. I'm going to go find Kevin. And I'm going to continue this conversation. And I just walk up to him. And as I see him, I just say, why?
Oh, I assume you're talking about the dragon heart.
Yes.
Ah, I had to see
Why?
what happens. Science.
Bill.
Kevin, have you ever asked yourself how you got damaged in the first place?
No. That was just a mistake.
Yes. Now, I would like for you to ponder this query for me.
Mhm.
Do you think it may be something that was possibly self-inflicted?
Unlikely. I was in a rest mode. Prolonged rest mode. I suppose it's possible something could have fallen on me while I was asleep.
Is it possible that the reason you were in arrest mode was because you were attempting something along the lines of this?
Oh, yes.
Do you not see a correlation of why you should perhaps consult with the rest of us before you do such things like this?
Hmm. I should have taken more precautions.
Next time, just
I
ask.
should have prepared absorb elements.
Perhaps next time, ask any of us if they think this is a good idea. And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Kevin. If 4 of the 7 of us say that it's a good idea, go ahead and do it. Just give us that much of a chance to give our input.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yes.
Good talk. The supplies for the keep and the ship are here, by the way.
Oh, good.
Did I notice any iron that we could use to like fix new fastens and such?
There are rivets, bolts, nuts, and screws.
You could do pretty much anything you wanted with the keep, or we could save it for the ship. But I'm going to. And he just walks out of the room at the end of that statement.
You can see Bertram and the men are starting to gather up, looking about the keep and talking amongst themselves. Man, look at the size of them boulders.
Should have seen what was throwing them.
A couple of them snicker. Anyway, bought your supplies. Let you know, Lord Jarmath would like to see you all before you go wherever you're going. I guess you're sailing away somehow in a place that doesn't have an ocean. But anyway.
Let's just say I would love to leave it as a surprise. But I believe it is reasonable that we will come to Crimson Wish before we make our way out of the Adanian Vale. Assuming everything goes properly.
All right. We'll leave you all here if you don't need us, but...
Well, stay the night, make sure everyone's well rested. No need to rush home. We may don't have much in the way of supplies, but I'm certain you all can handle one night's rest here.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 1.
That's a 9.
He pauses, but eventually he'll shake his head. I don't like leaving the city alone for long periods of time. There's still Red Hand forces out there, and you guys look like you can handle yourselves considering how you blew up a mountain.
There's
Yeah.
logic there.
Don't spread that rumor around too much, please.
I only promise to try. But, you know, it's got to be a source of pride that I can say my baby brother blows up mountains.
Let's I'm just gonna look at him seriously. We're not taking credit for that because we may not have been the ones who did it. We stopped out so cool, I'll take credit for that, but we weren't the ones who blew up that mountain.
He'll pause at that. Well, shit.
I told you, something came through that portal.
Is it, you know, like a demon or something? I mean, I gotta let my boss know what's going on.
Renard sits there, and he is going to take a solid minute, I think, of contemplating what potentially telling him and the repercussions of it being are. And he will
Have I ever given you any reason to doubt me, brother?
It's not that I doubt you, it's that I doubt what this information being out there is going to mean for a lot of people.
Well, if it's a big deal, I think you ought to at least warn us, and then give a consideration of whether or not you should warn the Empire. If it's what I think you're about to tell me.
All right. You want to know the information so bad, you think it's so important, I'll tell you. The Silent Dark came through the portal.
Okay, I was seriously expecting like a demon or something. I wasn't thinking like, you know, that.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss, brother.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I need to go. I should go.
Safe travels.
Yeah. Good luck to you, brother. As Vitaly drinks milk.
Good luck to all of us.
I want milk now.
Calcium.
Calcium.
And he will leave the
where's your
supplies with you guys. It's about 500 pounds of wood, another 300 pounds worth of stone, and 100 pounds worth of rivets, bolts, nuts, screws, and bands.
That's gonna be fun to carry up a mountain.
We have 8 for that.
All in all, it's about 600 gold's worth of supplies.
It's not bad.
Okay. Judging by what we have here, how does it look for fixing up the Dawn Runner? To the
Well,
Warforged?
if only you had the airship rules to know that. If you
If
refer to your
only.
airship rules section,
Yeah, it's like we have airship rules now.
Core just shoots a pamphlet out of her arm.
Core just starts handing out like those airplane pamphlets that tell you what to do in an emergency.
Would
Just
you
where-
like to know about airships?
Where the shield
Sort of
usually
bummer.
comes out. Poof.
Stewardess hat and everything. You fasten the buckle.
if you go down towards about 2/3 of the way down, you'll see how to repair the airship.
I assume we are restoring its hit points.
You are indeed restoring its hit points.
Nailed it. 50 gold per hour of spare parts.
Oh, I never fucking told you about that. Shit.
No, about
Okay.
mending? You didn't.
Yeah, I had another idea for that. I'm sorry. I'll tell you later. We can fix that. We got 2
Okay.
weeks.
All right. I am presuming that you guys are going to start hauling supplies up the mountain.
Sure. I'm going to keep using Tensor's floating disk for this. It'll
Makes
take
it
a couple
much
of
easier.
trips, but I can cast it freely and it lasts an hour. So I can do that like 10 times a day. So
I have like 1 use of levitate, so
Yes, Saruman's gonna ask.
I have
I mean,
trouble.
I can, but I'm not that strong, so I might be lagging behind a bit.
I have strength.
Cerulean, if the two of us do it together, maybe we'll get like buffer. We'll be swole.
No, I'm good.
All right. Since you have 3 of you working on the Dawn Runner, 3 of you can make the tools check using your dexterity modifier.
Oh god. Oh, my dex modifiers.
Would that be
Nice.
carpenters, tinkers, smiths, or wood carving tools?
Which it has to be smiths or tinkers.
Go, Kevin.
Well, spinkers.
This is for each hour you have enough supplies to do as many hours worth of work. as
damn,
you
Kevin.
Alrighty.
Jesus,
start.
Kevin.
Jesus, Kevin.
I was designed.
It's like the
for
one
this.
thing artificers are good at.
You needed to beat a 15.
I assume everyone can help on this,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay.
Anyone who has the proficiency can do it.
I don't have proficiency. All I have is jewel crafters.
Once we get everything up to the mountain, Reynard is going to take the one thing he took from that entire gold pile, which is the small bag of 40 gold piece gems that we found, and he's just basically playing fetch with Tamare.
You guys
Alright.
are fucking good at this.
Expending the amount of 150 gold, you in total, working on the airship, managed to restore 28 hit points to the vehicle. I actually rolled 2 10s and an 8.
Nice.
Damn, everyone rolled well.
What's the airship's max hit points? It doesn't say on here.
Oh, I guess I should give you the handout for that.
Yeah, that's a question I've been asking myself a lot. Don't worry, guys.
Oh wait, do I have mending? I can maybe help with this.
Nah.
What?
Nope. We're having that
Oh, it
conversation
says-
later.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there's a reason for this.
Okay.
There is the Dawn Runner.
We still don't actually have access to the character sheet.
You should.
We can see it, but we can't edit.
Edit. There you go. All players should now be able to access
Ah.
the character sheet.
Oh God, that's a lot of hit points.
It's up to 1/10 of its capacity, essentially.
It's an airship,
should-
guys.
We should at least get it to like 100, at least.
You can
I
use
mean-
all of your supplies, and it'd take you basically a day.
I'm fine with letting them just keep rolling. They're
All right,
doing great.
Between you guys have 150, 300, 450, 600. So
Everyone rolls 3 more times.
yeah, but let's get those rolls out of the way then.
The only tool efficiency I have, guys, is a dragon chest set. If you guys got one of those, I'm
Go,
solid.
go, 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 go!
But if you need nimble hands, give me a call.
All right, there's Kevin's roll.
Good job, Kevin.
Z-
Just
Ooh.
made it.
All right, that's 3 rolls.
Oh, there's
Oh,
another
Core.
9.
Core, unfortunately, yours is not going to go so well that time. The tools, the supplies are not expended, but you waste the hour.
Okay.
A veal, really?
23
Sorry.
starts rocking it though.
Sorry.
The 23 on the violin.
He jumps up on the deck like Lindsey Sterling and just goes to town.
He just plays some crystallized for us.
Picture more wild
All
stallions.
right, between those rolls, that's
A lot.
let's see, 8, 15.
You guys are doing a wonderful job. Love
That's
it.
another 35 health back to it.
Is it starting to look somewhat functional?
It looks, Core can tell you guys, it will fly.
Well, you've all done this much. I can charge up the wellspring. My magic's not worth as much as anyone else's.
Well, mine comes back after a short rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's how
True,
much health.
But yours is very potent.
Right, but the more potent, the longer we stay in the air.
that
True, but I can pump a lot into it. A lot of small stuff.
Why don't
What's
you
that?
both do it then?
What's that, Roman?
I was like, I can do it too, and I was gonna say, why not save some more of the healing spell stuff, so in case we need to heal people.
The airship now has 60 health.
I suppose so. What if I
Just-
did one, you did one, and Tempest did one?
Let's just all contribute a little.
Yes, I like that. Though I should mention that do not touch it after we've started putting magic into it.
So all at once then.
How do we put magic in? Whoever goes like second or third, or are we doing this all at once? How does this work? Do I have to touch it to put it in?
No, well, you can just kind of thrust your magic at it.
Well, if I'm gonna do mine, it's gonna probably have to be touched, but the rest of you can throw stuff in there, right?
You haven't been with us long. I'm very, very new to magic.
If Renard over here, it's just
Same.
guys, you're not casting spells. You're just gathering the magical essences and allowing the wellspring to take it over.
No,
So-
that's fair.
Didn't
So
help me at all.
I'll just kind of like start with I'll start healing word and just kind of thrust the magic in like this.
If you focus your energies into the only place to start playing some music.
I assume we've got it in place before I do this.
Well, Core could set it into the wellspring chamber.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of be like, I think I know, because I'm trying it out.
All right, I got to get this going. Been wanting to do this for a long time.
The airship music, here
There
it
is
comes.
As the whole ship shudders, almost like a truck going out of gear before it rattles. And you can see the chirite tubes that flow into different parts of the ship, 4 different quadrants, start to whoom, 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 with energy. And you all feel it start to rise ever so faintly off the ground, hovering as the wellspring is engaged. The crystal itself shimmers and almost forms a brain-like surface around it as energy starts to crack into the interior. However, it starts to lift up. You have a flying airship hovering about a foot off the ground.
Because I want to see this so bad. Renard is going to send Tamari offside the boat and just look through Tamari's eyes to see what this looks like from the outside.
There are 4 minarets essentially on the back half aft of the ship that pulse out almost like a purple smoke the residuum of whatever magical effect comes from the wellspring. But pulsing beneath it is a almost new type of magic you haven't seen before, but it seems to be levitating the ship ever so lightly off the ground.
Good, it's working.
Real quick, guys.
This is cool.
I just did the math. We all can't go on the airship because the airship's capacity is 1,000 pounds, and the 7 of us.
24 people and 1,000 pounds of cargo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cargo capacity. It has.
It's like a boat. It can gallon up to 30 people with 1,000 extra pounds for cargo space.
If we're getting this ready, then I will sort of do my little balls of light or motes of light of cure wounds and into the wellspring as well.
With that, okay, so I want you guys to make your own tracker for fuel.
I'll just put. I've got a charge of 1.
Got a charge of.
Beth,
Yes.
do I know what my lightning is? Is my lightning magic?
No, it has to be spell slots.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna rage into it and spend.
No, unfortunately, it has to be spell slots.
Where's the cool music?
Just 23 just going into the wellspring.
Does it matter what what level of spell slot or?
Nope. Can't be cantrips, but it has to be a spell slot consumed.
The level
Basically, the way it
gives.
works is every spell is an hour's worth of, or every spell slot is that adjacent hour's worth of flight time.
We have 5, 9.
We're at 11. Now we're at 13.
13. So we're at 13 hours of flight.
It's not bad.
I recognize this airship music from somewhere, and I love it.
So Cor will assume her position at the helm and just kind of look to everyone and say, well, where shall we go?
To Crimson Witch, I expect.
Crimson Witch.
Yes, Lord Jarmoth wants to see us before we leave, and I imagine this is going to be quite the sight for them.
It's quite a sight anywhere.
It's going to be a bit of a sad sight, but at least we're flying.
Where are we going? Sailing through the air on a boat.
That's pretty amazing.
I feel like we need to do something to kind of christen, like a pop. Like I'd break the bottle.
The ship shudders a little bit.
Please don't hurt my boat.
No, I was gonna some kind of a thing, or
I know. I'll fire a mortar around directly into the air, just straight up, so it explodes above the ship like a firework.
It just comes back down.
I hope it doesn't.
No,
I'm trying to detonate it
way.
in the air.
Okay. With that great pop into the air, Core, as you start engaging the helm, how would you like to fly your ship?
Cautiously, because she's falling apart. So,
All
not like old granny driving, where everyone else has to honk at you and be like, "Why are you going so slow?" No, it's like leisurely.
Okay.
We're
You
just
bring
enjoying
the airship up off the ground, and you all can see as the air starts to whoosh around it, almost like there's some sort of a repulsion effect underneath the airship itself to keep it afloat. Renard, you still don't have detect magic up, do you?
No, that was yesterday.
I thought so. I was just curious if you were going to do that again.
I will, considering we're looking at this effect. This is curious.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
Graviturgy magic. Graviturgy is what's on the effect of the repulsors of some sort. And as it starts to levitate itself up even higher and higher, there is a grinding sound, a chink, 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 as the mast splits, and you can see two iron rods, or at least metal rods, extend from the outside around the ring and then interior beneath it that start to glow very hot before, as Core puts some thrust forward on the lever, flames start to burn and the ship starts to move forward.
Oh, this is exciting.
And you all wanted to catapult the wellspring, sillies.
Still can.
Renard just looks directly at Core and just says, "No,
They would.
I did not."
Absolutely not.
They were talking
right.
about that while you were away as well, Renard. It's been exciting.
The ship will go higher and higher until soon, after about not even 10 minutes of flight, you are above the Witchwood, staring down several hundred feet to the treetop line. Not terribly high up as all things go, but high enough that These massive trees that took Kevin hours to climb look minuscule beneath your feet. The air is colder, but yet the warmth of the ring almost seems to combat it. And you all swear you can see a faint shimmer of some sort of bubble around the outside of the airship itself, to which Core actually understands it is an atmospheric control. It keeps everybody relatively pleasant regardless of altitude.
So no wind?
There is a little bit of wind, but it's pleasant.
Okay.
It's instead of being high up and you'd normally be oxygen deprived and cold, this keeps it like in Leoman's tiny hut kind of effect.
It wishes it was this good.
Right?
Similar effect.
This is Leoman's older brother.
All right. Judging
All the
by
atmosphere without all the protection.
All right,
Tempest
moving us to the map.
Tempest will be at the front of the deck just enjoying the wind in his hair.
All right, I got to add you guys back to this map. I think I took you off of it. All right.
Even Renard is on the
Right
edge
there.
of the boat looking out with a very novel sight. Like, he's flown before, but he's never flown like this.
This is, yeah, Tempest is like levitated before, but this is moving with purpose.
Man, it's gonna suck when this ship blows up at some point.
Someone just says this is way better than those dumb owls, and the owl just in the woods cries.
Juniper!
All right, the airship is flying, and you guys are making your way towards Crimson Witch. It is probably about a 2-day flight.
I think we'll enjoy it. We'll need to keep.
I have to do the math. 80. I have to do the math. Shoot.
A 2-day flight is 48 hours.
Do we have enough? Sorry. Do we have enough? I guess the word would be like fuel. Do we have enough spell slots for a 24-hour period before long resting?
Well,
I mean-
maybe
Short rests. We can just keep
Warlocks.
feeling it.
Oh,
Yes,
warlocks.
Brilliant, can just keep fueling it.
There are fuel sources.
Expedited pace.
To quote, I don't know if Connor will get, but they are the purple shirts of your airline.
All right.
Uh,
I guess.
I don't. Do you have colored shirts on the airline on the flight line where you are, Connor? No. That's
Bless
fine.
you.
Bless
Bless you.
Twice.
Bless
He's got
you.
the virus.
It's an Navy thing.
Purple shirts are the fuel guys on aircraft carriers.
I do that.
So, I guess if that's the case, we're just gonna let them do it. I'm gonna come over to Cora and look for driving help because she can't do this all the time.
Cora
Sure
doesn't
she
need to sleep.
can.
She's a warforged.
She has to go into sentry mode.
Nope.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Oh,
Only if they're
She
recovering spell
cannon
slots.
flag 24 hours a day.
never mind.
And
I
imagine Core's having like the greatest of times.
I still want to be up there with Cora, kind of learning how it works because I find this fascinating.
All right.
Yeah, I'd teach what I could. I'm not sure if like I have to actually interface though. Like, is this a Warforged
is-
only job?
Well, it's not, but this was a specific thing you learned.
Hmm.
Vehicle airships is unique to Core. Don't die.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to learn what I can because I think it's just cool.
Oh yeah, Roman's definitely like between his like as he's like resting, he's basically just gonna rest behind whatever Core's doing to make this thing go, and then just sprinting down, dumping fuel in, and then just running back.
Yeah.
Okay. It will take you 2 days to get towards Crimson Witch. But-
23,
I'm sorry.
23 is going to spend the entire time in the hull.
Do you not like the heights?
23 has discovered he is now afraid of heights.
No.
23 has never
Are you-
flown before, and I'm
are you-
changing. I'm changing my flaw to that. 23.
Are you basically Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII on the airship?
Sure. Haven't played Final Fantasy VII in a long time, so.
How
Yeah, dude.
how high is Core flying? What's your altitude?
Considering the state of the ship, not especially high. I don't want it to rattle apart in like hot, harsh atmosphere, or for it to like. If we do start to lose altitude, I don't want a long drop.
Okay.
Low enough that a feather fall will save all our lives.
Exactly.
Basically.
Okay.
Low enough I
okay.
could probably use levitate.
Just as a fair warning.
Uh,
Featherfall only works on up to 5 people, so 2 people got to save themselves.
Levitate, I'm good.
You think you can catch yourself from reaction? It's 500 feet before you hit the ground, man.
I also have feather falls, so
Okay.
Okay, you're fine.
we got those doubled up feather falls.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do for the next 2 days while you're flying?
I have Tamari out on the banister. I'm curious to see how this pseudo dragon responds to this.
She's got the wind in her scales. She just got a big grin on her face. You almost get the impression, the feeling you get from her is she has never gone this high before.
Yeah. It's like a dog in a car for the first time.
I would just be chatting with Core, just kind of being like, so this is what you used to do all the time?
Not all the time, but yes, this was my job. It's very exciting.
So cool.
I want to at one point like meditate in front of the sun and just kind of, I suppose, try to have another talk with Urzonia because we're way far away from where it was now. See how she's feeling and anything new has transpired.
Sunning his butthole.
Make a religion check.
I got this. 17.
Good. I also need Tempest to make one. Assuming at some point he's praying.
I would at some point when I'm not fawning over the deck, but yes, I will make my religion check.
Don't worry, it's going to go up by 1 every time.
So I get a 4, yay.
Okay.
I didn't get anything yet.
I like how immediately Ben's like, yeah, that sounds right.
I got a 7.
So you can actually get the feeling, Cerulean, that she's still a little worried, but she is calmed. And you almost feel a new objective is being formed in her mind for you to do. Something is important, but she doesn't know what to do with it yet. And this is the Magic 8 Ball game going, ask again later.
Yeah, man, ask again later.
Tempest, as you...
Cecilia, how you doing?
Having that conversation, you almost hear the light laughter and going, I'm glad you got it flying again.
It's wonderful. I've never been... It's just... I can't even describe.
We'll see how she reacts when she finds out.
Wait, what?
Oh, the Dawn Runner. It was Celia's and Shanthal's. They built it together.
Huh. It's fascinating.
Good luck.
I think we're going to need it, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Welcome to being an adventurer. And you can feel the connection end.
She's so tempesty. No wonder we
Really?
connected on a spiritual level.
Okay.
At some point, between the watching and then just dumping in stuff, after emptying his spell slots in one time, he'll go down to the hole to check on 23. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. You'd think that like flying on the birds would get you used to something like this, but it really doesn't.
Yeah, this is like a lot times better than that.
I mean, the birds are alive. The birds can like, hey, we're going to slowly fly down. If the thing over there stops, magic. If it stops working, I have a feeling we're going to crash very fast.
Oh, that's what the other magic people are for. Well, hopefully that's what they're for. But
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Here's to hoping.
Hey, I had a thought. I've kind of been itching. I haven't used it in a while. Figured maybe you could, cheer us both up. What if we go off the back deck and I use a wand of wonder on a random bird flying by? Would that make you feel better?
This is when you're going to get the elephant.
Why?
You're going to make somebody's day bad.
You tempt me. You tempt me so much.
My cabbages!
Did you say my name?
But, I figure, I cast it at a bird that's going a little far away. So, and if I get one of the dangerous things, it doesn't hit it.
You're awful.
But what if it? I mean, you could be don't get me wrong. I enjoy a good thing. No, perishing, so to speak, as long as they're enemies. But I feel like innocent birds are not the greatest thing to shoot possibly fireballs, lightning bolts, or maybe, turn into a elephant and have it come hurtling towards the ground.
No, but I haven't gotten to use it in a while, and I couldn't use it in the fight that much because there was too many people around. I didn't want to blow you guys up. It's an itch, you know what I mean?
Roman, do you have a problem?
I don't have. I mean, what could you even have a problem with like a magic item? Like
You're scratching your arm
He's addicted.
in quite a way that would lead me to believe otherwise.
I mean, people don't say you're addicted to your rage. You do that all the time. That hurts.
No,
me.
but that's just getting angry. I just get angry. I'm working on it. Renard actually is helping me in a 5-step program right now. That's
Listen, I'm just saying, I was a kid on a ship and I just stabbed people, and then people tried to stab me, and then now I can cast magic and I can summon fireballs with a wand. It's very, very new to me still. So I want to use it.
all right. You can hide. I'll act like I'm holding you over the banister, and
Don't hold me over.
I would. Well, no, just so people don't be like, "Oh, Roman's clearly he's casting the wand of wonder." I'll be your cover because I'm so big and you're not so big. So
This is the moment
Yeah.
someone runs out while Roman has it extended, just like knocks it out of his hand. It's the abyss.
all right, let's do it.
Is there a back deck we can go to? All right.
You can actually ask Core. She knows how to lower or retract the roof.
Oh boy.
Core, is there any decks or anything on the ship that we can kind of see outside instead of being inside like this all the time?
Oh yes. Here, let me adjust everything for you, and Core would like bring it out so
There's
that
What are you?
as it
I'm just
descends, and you guys have a clear view of the open sky and a cloud that you just get washed through. All of you get a little misted from it.
Tim just lets it run through his hair and just wind
I
goes.
just know this thing has power windows.
I'm just gonna look at Roman and be like, "What are you doing?"
He was down in the hole the whole time. I'm trying to cheer him up. I'm sorry. I care about the well-being of my party members.
He's helping me get over a fear of airships / yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, 23. I didn't know you didn't like this.
Well,
Yeah.
it's different than flying on a normal bird. Like we do sometimes, I guess. Anyways,
Yeah, we're just gonna go
Just
up on that deck right there.
get some fresh air
Right there.
right there, over there.
All right. As you
Can we
are
see them
peering out,
acting suspicious?
yes.
It's not a
Okay.
secret.
I would like a
Renard is
deception. I would like a deception check, Beth.
Oh,
That was loud.
can I insight you then? Because I'm right there.
Okay.
That's a 1.
If it
That's a 19.
Renard is not going to move to stop them, but he is going to keep an eye on their shenanigans.
It's really will too, and he's got one cure wounds left, and he's just getting it ready just in case.
I'll just stand next to Core at near the helm and be like, "Whatever, do what you need to."
Also, these are just for the 2 days for the half of the storm.
Oh dear, what's that?
Stab the storm car, the one where I can control
Oh, right.
Yeah, stuff. Right, but just go up to the back deck and see any bird? Find a bird that if there's vultures or anything. Let's pick a bird that at least.
As you are attempting to reach for the wand, you feel somebody just kind of grope your ass, and you turn. Tempest is a hand cupping a full cheek.
What?
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Oh,
Nothing. Have you been doing squats? You are looking good.
Tempest, I don't think now is the time.
I think we have to have that meeting that every group has to have about boundaries.
We haven't really established boundaries at all.
Yeah, who's Misfortune's HR department?
If you have to ask that question, you're
There is
already
none.
in trouble.
Oh, Beth, can we make it the person that totally shouldn't be, just like the military? It's 23 now.
Oh, Beth's done. Beth's done.
You killed her.
She's laughing because she knows it's true.
Tempest's punishment is being thrown off the ship.
He's the target of the wand.
For some reason, just this portion of the ship opens up and you fall through, then steals up. It's so weird.
It's amazing how that works.
My only thought is concern.
She's dying. Anyways.
Let her have a moment. Let her have a moment.
I mean, you're still holding on. So
Breathe.
No, I've let go. I've let go.
Breathe.
Although you have a very firm buttocks.
Okay. Are we
I
all
mean-
better now? Good.
so is technically mine, Cause, and Kevin's, but I don't see you reaching for those ever.
You're also made of steel. You know what? The whole buns of steel joke is not going to be. Fuck!
So we need to elect a new DM.
Why do I break Beth? I'm sorry.
Did you roll a natural 1 on sleight of hand?
I knew
Nope,
that's
you
what he did the
did.
second that happened. I'm like, oh, Tempest tried to pocket the wand.
Tempest be like, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Very
Firm
suspicious.
grasp. Whew. Figured since
That
we're
is now,
Right.
by the way, guys, just I want to put this out. That is now twice in this campaign we have tried to sleight of hand something out of a pocket and got a natural 1 on it.
yeah,
Because in the very
Marcero's-
beginning, I tried to steal the feather from the one guy, and I got a natural 1 on that as well.
Marcero's gonna be a bitch.
All right.
All right. Well,
I can't wait for this elephant to drop out of the sky.
So
we're going to go over here. Thank you for
Yes, I'm going to go
making
back.
us question new things that we have to
Yep.
discuss about.
Nope.
the
maybe
Fact.
maybe just I know we've been doing it a lot. Maybe go throw a couple spell slots in the fuel tank just to
I'll do that. You
work
you do
some
what you're
energy
doing.
out.
Yep.
I guess.
Nope,
Yeah.
you do your thing. I'm gonna go fill up the tank.
That's what they're calling it now.
All right, I think we're in the clear, Robin.
Uh, physically, up here, I'm all. There's no clearing. Is there a bird? He's not. He's just looking for the first thing he sees moving through the sky that is living.
Dragon. Gold
Oh,
dragon.
God.
On a nice one.
Rock. Yeah, you could find a starling.
I feel like the wind's been taken out of the sails, but
I
wonder.
will massage your shoulders, giving you a little relief.
Did we just
Is that
discuss
what he's
boundaries?
doing? Massaging something, giving him relief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not an elephant.
Oh, not this again.
It is a stream of
Raining
gems.
gems.
Perfect. Exactly.
Into the sky.
Suddenly there's a bird going.
I think you killed
And-
that bird.
Reynard actually loses it because I imagine the second it starts happening, Tamari just
It's Tamaray. He's
Oh,
diving
let's
out.
see how many gems though.
Yeah, Tamaray doesn't wait.
One,
She's
10.
That's still 11 damage to a starling.
dead.
Reynard just sits there rubbing his head like, oh god.
I come back up like, what happened?
Don't
Is that
act like
an
you don't
elephant?
know.
I don't. Is it an elephant?
Try again, Roman.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on her or him or it, just to make sure nothing bad happens. If they want to collect them, they're bold to collect them.
Tamaray's gone. She.
It's not even.
I'm gonna give them like 5 minutes and then bam,
Eventually,
back onto the
you
boat.
see her trying to catch her to the boat.
Do I need
call her
to
back.
stop for a moment?
You'll find. I'll just snap my fingers and
She holds
bring
a
them back to
single
the
ruby.
railing.
A single or a garnet, just
Okay.
clutching it in her mouth.
I love this train.
What
I
just
will add
happened?
that to Tamari's loot hoard.
What was that entire 5 to 10 minutes?
Try it again, Roman.
Oh, cool.
It's not,
I'm
it's not the same.
so
But fine,
cool.
wand of wonder, and then just bang right up in the sky again.
Oh God.
Wonder.
Uh-oh.
More
God.
gems.
Oh, I know what that one is.
Got even
Did you
higher.
target a
Jeez.
creature?
What did he do?
I was
Oh
looking
no,
for a
you're the
creature.
target.
I
Oh
was
my
looking for-
gosh.
Oh,
Are we
he is a-
targeting each other now?
I was
No.
looking for a creature.
Can't
Oh.
target a creature.
Roman's got to make a Constitution save.
Oh no!
It's up to DM Purview. I said I was looking for a creature. Was there a creature?
There was no creature. You just shot it into the
Yeah,
sky.
you shot into the sky. Good luck. Yeah.
Alrighty.
This is only if you. I'm not gonna say anything just in case. Okay.
Oh!
Thank God.
I was about to say,
What a way to write Roman out of the series finale, guys. Holy shit.
Roman just turns into a statue and flies off the back of the ship.
he died as he lived.
Wonder
hard.
what's gonna happen next.
You got lucky as shit.
He could have fucking been our mast.
Woo.
Well,
At
so
least we'd have a nice statue of Miss
Not our
Fortune
master
3 years later.
figureheads.
Yeah, just like
I
instead
thought
of a
his skin-
mermaid,
I
or-
thought his skin would turn blue. I didn't. Oh, yeah, it turned to
Yeah.
spat.
instead of it's like a mermaid, it's just Roman's like.
Greater
I was Wonder
restoration.
Frozen with you. We would have had to break that hand off.
Oh, God.
I'm assuming on this one he feels it flick and he feels that it just feels his bones lock up. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, 23. Maybe we just stop for a little bit. You know.
I mean, one more time for good measure. If you,
That one was a dud. You should try again.
They
It
do
was
say
a dud.
third time's a charm, Roman.
They do it. They do
is,
say that.
is everyone here now?
I'm
Yeah,
back
we're-
up here.
I was watching the whole time. You guys
I
are
feel
on the
like
back
we're-
of the deck. Like,
Could
Would
we
I?
not employ dangerous artifacts on my ship?
I like to think.
Huge with dangerous artifacts.
I like to think
It
we've
is
all
kind
were
of
like
you
to-
to refer to this as an artifact.
We just all were like just bored. We didn't know what to do, so we always got together while Roman's just doing the wand to wonder. It's like, oh, this is what we're doing now.
It's like D&D chat roulette. Just what's gonna come up.
Anyway,
I'm just saying, you know,
A
it's one of those
dick.
things. 3 is too round of a number. The one wonder is not. I feel like it doesn't jive with round numbers. So 2, that's solid. 1 for me, 1 for 23. He's clearly probably okay now. I'm gonna go lay down. And he's just gonna walk with the wand and just walk.
so cool. About how far from Crimson Witch would you say we are?
How far are we, DM?
We've been in air for 37 minutes.
And Roman's nearly killed himself.
Yeah,
This is still the first day, so
it's a 2-day journey, right?
yeah.
So what you're
Well-
saying is okay.
It's about a day away. Please don't let them kill themselves in
I
a
mean,
day.
I was trying to take the wand of wonder. That's what I was trying to do. I'm afraid Roman's going to kill himself, and honestly, at this point, I think he gets a bit of a rush from doing it. What do you think?
Did you ever consider that he might be more dangerous if you take it away?
I don't know, but I don't know if he could be. I don't know if that's possible. We've now fought 2 enlarged monsters.
Well,
And I'm not entirely certain I didn't feel something when he waved in the air. I don't think he came into something close.
let's hope doesn't get too crazy, and maybe the next time he uses it, it can be on solid ground where we won't turn into an elephant and fall.
How sure are you he's not going to use it again?
I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah.
just piloting the ship.
So, can you do you have a stereo system on here, like yourself?
Oh, do I?
Well, she's been talking about how she makes music, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Core is beatboxing the entire way.
She steers the ship through the power of sound.
All right. The first day will pass. Now you move on to the second. Core is still driving away. You could actually see the trail of destruction left by the Red Hand. At this point, you're probably almost flying directly over the trail itself. And then the thought probably would occur to Core, where are you going to park?
I was going to bring that up.
Outside the ship.
Outside the city.
Outside the ship.
Shut up.
Maybe there's some wall that is high enough that we can just kind of park alongside of it and get off.
So there is a river. Are you talking out loud, talking about this?
Why
Oh,
not
yeah.
just touch it down in the cathedral square?
Well, can it land on a solid surface, or does it need to be because there's a river right there? We could park in the water.
I mean, we took off from a solid surface.
Well, but that was a crash site.
If you want it to hover, it will take fuel.
We can handle the fuel. I imagine we can just put in the fuel for 24 hours in it, then we could just leave it hovering 10 feet off the ground outside the city. That's not going to cause any harm.
Well, we should make sure that people stay on the ship because
We're not going to leave it unguarded. You don't need to worry about that. Besides, even if they were to steal it, I don't think anyone else would know how to fly this thing.
Yes,
Well.
that was my thought there.
Why no crash?
But that's the problem. If they don't know how to do it, they may just bulldoze the city.
We will make sure to leave precautionary measures on the ship.
Just because a toddler can't drive a car doesn't mean they can't put it in drive.
Incoming in before duty section.
Duty.
If by duty section you mean alarm spells and a pseudo dragon that watches everybody who comes onto and off the ship.
We just got to get an old man to be our hireling. He can be the doorman.
Yeah, you guys might consider hiring a crew at some point.
It's a good thing we get all that money from the cave.
Right.
All right.
Awkward.
As the day rolls along, the small clouds start to fade away into a blue, bright sky. And you can see Crimson Witch on the horizon. No longer smoldering. There is no more snow. And as you approach closer and closer, you could start seeing scaffolding on the sides of walls where things are being repaired and across various multiple structures. You could see on the west side of the east side of the city and the south side, a stream of people arriving as if people are returning to the city proper.
Looks
But
like,
you are able to descend just shortly outside, I guess, one of the walls and just slowly levitate it. As you do so, there are a lot of people running up to you, Bertram being among them. And as he and a lot of armed guards are approaching, he doesn't have his sword sheathed or his sword out, but a few other guards have the pikes ready. He just waves a hand. I think I know what's going on now with your boat.
Cor will lightly flick the loudspeaker and be going, "Hello, people of Crimson Witch. Please make sure to stand an acceptable distance away from the ship as it docks or get burned."
Please keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times.
Thank you for flying Air Cor.
All right. As it descends, Core, you can press the bumper. The gangplank will descend out and crack against it. And you know how to moor a ship, too. So she'll go to work mooring.
Reynard is going to make good on his promise. I'm going to find some supplies and basically mark off a 10-foot cube around the driving mast or the driving station of the Dawnrunner, and I'm going to cast alarm on it.
Okay.
And basically, it's like in little wording, in nice calligraphy, it says, "No unauthorized personnel beyond this point."
Wonderful. And Bertram is just, what in the hell?
I told you we were fixing a ship.
A flying ship?
How
Do you like it?
Let's be honest. If I told you this is what we're doing, you never would have believed me.
No.
That's coming from me.
I'm seeing it now, and I still don't believe it.
How else do you think it got on top of the mountain?
I didn't know there was a one on top of a mountain. I thought y'all was just crazy and going to build a ship somewhere.
A lot of things. I'm not crazy.
On top of a mountain? How silly.
You know what? I met weirder people.
Yes, this is what we were working on, and it's, well, it's ours, I suppose. But
Well,
we are here to see Lord Jarmath and settle accounts in Crimson Witch, as they say.
I guess, yeah. Come with me.
I will just be like, tomorrow, just make sure no one gets on the ship.
It sits in the gangplank just like a guard cat.
Oh,
Maybe-
excellent.
Maybe I should stay behind just in case. I'm terrible at talking to people anyway.
To be fair, I would like to say my goodbyes
To
to
be
everyone
fair.
here. I think the little pseudo dragon has it covered. We can all go.
Maybe
I'll
your
just look
brother
down
can
at him going,
spare a guard to stand at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Could we just get some guards to do this?
I can send some for it, yeah.
Someone to keep the random kids off. You know, kids like to climb stuff.
Excellent. As long as it can be well secured, I'm happy with coming along. I just
Here's an
don't want-
idea. Why don't we just raise the gangplank up? And then
Get
one
back
of us
in.
can fly up and just lower it down and went back down here.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh yes, we do have magic, don't we?
Several of us could do that easily enough.
Magic
Very
makes
well.
things so easy.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
With that idea, I'll still keep Tamari on guard, but just say, if anyone tries to somehow get up there, just come and warn me.
Okay. As you return to the cathedral, where Lord Jarmath currently is, you are met by applause. as
The
people
first
start
recorded instance of
clapping.
the Cell Cup.
Everybody is clapping and cheering.
Sorry.
It's like the really offhanded, like everyone's like off key.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, people
That's a
start.
joke that only I'll get. I apologize, guys. That joke does not appeal to anyone.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Welcome back. And he kind of holds up, rests his shoulder as the sling is gone. It's wonderful to see you all again. Bertram kind of told me what happened. We owe you a great debt. More than that can ever be repaid in a single lifetime. But it's not going to make me stop from trying. And he will gesture towards a chest nearby. And here you will find your rewards, plus some magic that a laundry managed to scrounge up for you all as a thank you. And inside you will find 18,000 gold.
A lot of money.
That's pretty good.
An idea. Perhaps we can fix up the ship more while we're here, and perhaps give some of this money back to the community.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I'll get 2 ship repairs. If someone wants to go find Satarian and send him my way.
Well- Oh, you're looking for him.
Yes, because he is an expert in Warforged. Anyways, yes.
He's creepy.
He is a person. Thank you very much.
A creepy person.
Lovely person.
What does that say about you?
I'm a terrible person.
Well, now we know.
18,000 gold pieces.
For Kevin.
Each.
Oh,
No,
each?
No.
No.
Yeah, you said four. You said 4, Kevin. I was like, wow, that's generous.
no, that was for everyone listening. That we were telling Kevin that.
25.71 each.
Is someone gonna put it in the party loot, or are we gonna split it up?
I don't think we can carry that much.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get that much either.
There's a
I think we
ship
can
now.
handle that in 2 weeks. We're down, guys. We don't need to handle that right now.
That's
Okay,
true. good
anyways,
point.
yep.
I just wanted to record it somewhere.
We'll figure it out. We'll just write in the bag of holding, Kevin. Just do that. No.
Additionally, these rewards were crafted specifically for some of you from Melandri.
No.
Jarmath will walk up and hand a book to Renard. This is for you.
Ooh,
Thank you.
wisdom.
Use it how you see fit.
Oh, that was the tome that was up above. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
He will give this ring to Kor.
A ring.
Ooh.
Ooh, those are really good.
Man, yeah, that's nice.
And he will give this cloak to Cerulean.
Oh.
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 Ooh.
I can climb.
Now when the monks come after you, just climb a wall.
Now I can cast web again.
To both.
You can't escape it.
I will. Cyril and Bow will say thank you very much.
To Kevin, you are gifted a musket, but it is a +1 musket.
Ooh. So he can use something when his weapon breaks.
You still need to fix that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
To Tempest, you are given studded leather +2.
Oh. Damn.
And Roman gets a mithril breastplate +2.
Ooh,
Very
mithril
nice.
is very good.
Also, additionally, a wand is given to Kevin.
Ooh.
Is it a wand of wonder?
Please.
God, I hope so.
God, I hope not.
Ooh.
That's
It
fancy
is a
looking.
wand of winter, an actual wand of winter.
I thought we already had this one.
No.
Not a misidentified wand of magic missiles.
Ah.
Fun fact: the original wand of winter was not actually a wand of winter. It was a wand of magic missiles that have been misidentified.
Gotcha.
I believe that is everybody. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I missed one of you. One of you was special. One of you is especially a special.
I'm a special.
We got you this really nice hat.
It's the best hat.
It just says "Best Boy" on it.
And blue.
It's like a springy lightning bolt on the top.
A potion is given to 23. It is a potion of cloud giant strength.
Ooh.
Could be very useful.
It will allow you to absolutely murder everything
For 1 hour.
for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
That is awesome.
Maybe Tempest should drink that. Get real swole.
You totally go chunks on us. Yeah.
27
You accidentally
strength.
rip the string of a whisper off. Just
Additionally, the voice of God gives you all level 8.
Woo!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end our session for the next couple of weeks as
God
Miss
dang.
Fortune has successfully completed the Red Hand of Doom campaign.
Good job, guys.
We didn't die!
Their next
Yeah!
chapter will begin in 2 weeks as we bring them into Marcera in the beginning of the Shadow War. But to that end, I will leave you all with a teaser before we get started. I just have to turn on the appropriate music because Stormwind is not good for this.
These two.
I love teaser trailers. They're the best. Just don't give too much away.
As I bring up my notes because I wrote it. In a silent, echoing chamber, 10 figures stood, clothed in black robes, garbed with dark cowls, standing amidst a faintly glowing blue arcane maze-like sequence, overturned with the symbol of a black hand. The first one will say, "The age of hope is at its end." The second one will say, "The return of Silent Dark heralds the beginning of our war against the last remnants of the Dawnspire." The third one will say, "The adventurers who defeated the Red Hand will come to Marcera." And the fourth will say, "Yes, you shall be awaiting them with open arms." The fifth will say, "Discord, fear, panic, dread. These are the tools that we shall wield." The sixth will say, "Strike at their most sacred institutions, sow the tyranny of oppression within their hearts." The seventh will say, "Reap the harvest of their fear with the security of power." The eighth will say, "In the certainty of their success, their arrogance blinds them. Victory has defeated them." And in the ninth, we shall strike fear into their hearts, disorient them, and then the plan will commence. And the 10th shall say, "Begin." Leave that for you there. So, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I look forward to seeing you all in a couple of weeks. Have a wonderful night. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw.
Bye-bye.
everybody.